Okay, what is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to PE Live / reaction stream. It's gonna be a great stream for you guys today. We got a lot of great content to go over today. A lot of fun, exciting stuff today, tomorrow, and to talk about controversies strikes Nintendo. Who would have known? We've got Pokopia controversy, Mario movie direct, Mario movie 2 direct announcements. We're going to be streaming that tomorrow. The state of play for Japan as well. Live reaction for state of play. Man, there's like a lot of cool stuff to get into there. We got a bunch of news. We got this big Switch 2 update. Pretty good Switch 2 update. Not a bad one, if I do say so myself. Okay. Nothing super crazy. Not the big one like the themes and all that, but not a bad update. Not a bad update. So let's get into it. I think I saw Enrique here. Enrique, I finally got your other email that you sent me. I just saw it. It was in my spam. I thought I checked. It was in there. I got you, Enrique. Your code should be coming very soon. As long as my ghetto budget card doesn't stop saying I can't buy my codes from Best Buy, you'll be getting your code very soon. Everybody else has already gotten their codes for ZA, so I'm sorry about that, brother. But I did see you here in the chat. And yes, it was. I don't know why it keeps on auto defaulting to spam for certain messages. So I'm sorry about that, man. But yes, your code's coming. Should be there very soon. Sorry for the long wait, man. Sorry. I'm totally sorry about the long wait, brother. Just like I said, I don't know what's up with my email, man. But yes, I saw the second one that you sent. The other ones, I don't know where the other ones are. Like, I had no idea. I know you sent me them before, but I have no idea why they're not showing up. It's like showing up spam or something like that. So yeah. It's all good. Yeah, I'm patient. Yes, you're gonna get it soon. Sorry about that, man. You should actually get it tonight. I put the thing in for the code because I was okay. I saw it, and then it just takes a while for my card to process, just because I'm still on my student card, because I have incredible. Let me tell you guys something about some things that happened 20 years ago. No, actually, wait. Yeah, about 20 years ago. They used to give you like 0 interest. 0 everything, super loan forgive, like all this great benefits, no charge on your checking, cash back, like just insane stuff for students. When I went to Fresno State, when I first opened up like my first, account, and it was a student account, and all of those benefits that I got are like gone. Like if you go to open up a checking account today, man, you ain't getting none of the ish that we got 20 years ago as a student. So I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm closing this account, because if I close it, I'll never get those benefits again. I'll never get those benefits again. The downside is they still treat you like you're a student, So I still have to verify things and, all sorts of weird stuff like with buying. But, dude, it's totally worth it, man. It's so worth it. Like, nobody has this type of benefits, Yeah. I think the second email helped because I saw that one. So the second email definitely helped. Thank you, Enrique, for being patient. I appreciate that, fam. Excuse me. Let's get into the shout-outs, though. Let's see who's in the chat. Dior, Enrique, what is good? We're just going to do one big stream today. So, like, I'm just going to combine PE Live with this, so it's just like one big stream. I actually wanted to start it up I wanted to start earlier, but I had some other situations that I had to deal with when it comes to with my wife and some of the stuff that she had to do, and just like other things in general. So I wasn't able to start till then, and I really wanted to work out. Like, one thing I didn't want to do was wake up, because like my wife got me like a nice tri-tip sandwich. One thing I didn't want to do was eat a freaking tri-tip sandwich, and do nothing, and then come to the stream feeling all lethargic. I'm like, I gotta burn off some of those calories, with that heavy protein content with the tri-tip. So I had to go run for 45 minutes. So I feel better when I'm doing this, because I already know it's gonna be somewhat of a long stream today. So yeah. So I have to make sure that I got my exercise in beforehand. What's up, Elements Nullified? What's up, Enrique? What's up, Epic Globster? What's up, Shaw X? What's up, Nathan? Motif says the Toy Story 5 trailer dropped earlier today too. Okay, I didn't see that. I don't think I've seen Toy Story, like anything past Toy Story 2 or 3. I don't remember, but I remember when Toy Story 1 first came out, it was like the biggest thing ever. It was like huge. Everybody was like, Toy Story, Toy Story. And I remember watching Toy Story. I didn't watch it in the movie theaters, but I remember watching it like on TV or like on VHS, and I remember just being, oh, this movie's like really good. You know, it's like a really good movie. So yeah, I think I watched Toy Story 2, but I don't remember completely about Toy Story 2. But I know Toy Story 1, I watched that. I watched that like tons of times back in the day. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Coogan? Welcome to the stream. What is good? Epic Globster's here. What up, Epic? Just another artist. Yo, Twitter having a meltdown. Oh yeah, Twitter's definitely having a meltdown over Pokemon Pokopia, because we thought that Nintendo, specifically what they publish, will not be doing game key cards, and it seems like they are. However, I did get good arguments on both sides. I mean, I said, look, 70's a bit much for that game. I mean, considering what we know right now, game key card makes me less willing to pick it up at that, you know. But I do want to, some people were saying we don't even know about the game, like how expansive it is, and that's true. I mean, they haven't really showed us anything. It could be a game that has a massive, you know, streaming world of just to where anything at any point can be altered and can be added through like additions like free DLC or like Animal Crossing style, and you can have multiplayer potentially or other things. So I don't know what they're going to do, why they feel that it needs to be that way. So I'm willing to look, but I mean, at 70, it's a little bit much for me. A little bit much for me, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm probably not going to get it, but I'll let them talk about it a bit more, see what other details they have for us. So yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest, guys, I wasn't super excited for this game. It wasn't like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm super excited. Like I never actually relayed that to you guys. Like if I talked about the game, it was just to talk about the lineup Nintendo has. It was never to talk about how much I'm excited about for, like, you know, like I did for like Hyrule Warriors, or like I did for Metroid Prime, or like I did for like other games, or like Fire Emblem, you know, or even like Mario Tennis to a degree. So yeah, it wasn't like I was like super excited for the game. So gotta be honest, Pokopia is my top 3 most anticipated games for 2026. Yeah, I think that if you like Dragon Quest Builders, if you like Animal Crossing, I think it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be pretty good, like in that sense. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a bad game. I'm just not gonna act like I was super excited about it, and now that I'm all bummed out because of this or that. Like, I really wasn't. So, you know, so yeah. See, thanks for the advice on Age of Imprisonment with the difficulty change. Still early on, it's definitely better. I like the challenge. There you go. I would say this, guys, if there's ever a game, here's the default rule for me. Any games that come out, for the most part, you probably just want to put it on the hard difficulty. Unless you suck at video games, or unless you're not very good, or you know that you're not very good, or you just want like an easy challenge, chances are normal is way too easy for the large majority of games. The large majority of games, normal is way too easy. You know, it's definitely not the best experience. So just put it on hard anyway. You know, that's my rule of thumb. Now, don't put it on the hardest. Like, if there's like a very hard difficulty, try it out on hard first. And then if hard is like, you know, if that's good for you, like where you feel like it's a good enough challenge, then that's okay. If it's still too easy, then yeah, put it on like an even harder difficulty. But most games, like 95% of games, if they have a hard mode, the hard mode means the normal mode means the easy mode, and the easy mode means the baby mode. So just keep that in mind in today's day. Now, back in the day, hard mode used to mean hard mode. But in today's day, hard mode is usually normal mode. Appleweed, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Funny, because Nintendo stated they won't be using GameCube cards for games they specifically develop. Publishing is different. Yeah, but I can understand. I mean, I see what you're saying, just another artist. But I'm not even sure if Nintendo even... Well, actually, no, they did. Doug Bowser did say... He did say something to the lines of that, you know. But I don't think he... I have to go back and look. But yeah, Nintendo didn't develop Pokopia. They're not even publishing it in Japan. It looks like the Pokemon Company is publishing it in Japan. Nintendo's handling it here in the West, or at least in the US. But when it comes to Japan, it's TPC. So, what's up, Dalton? Welcome. What's up, Egomaniac? That's just absolutely trash for them to put a Pokopia on the game key card. I just worry about it means for the game Splatoon Raiders or something. I mean. Yeah, I don't think Splatoon Raiders has anything to do with Pokopia. I mean, Splatoon Raiders, that's Nintendo's internal developed. Pokopia is an outside team and all that, so not quite the same thing, but I mean, I guess. Let's see, how's 70 too much for you when you paid 70 for Pokemon ZA garbage? Well, have you played Pokemon Legends ZA? Have you played and beat Pokemon Legends ZA? YouTube says, so first let me just ask you that. Have you played and beat the game? That's what I want to know. Have you played it? And then we can go from there. Please keep putting these Twitter trolls in their pack. OG, it's saying how hypocritical some of them are. Yeah, I know, seriously, JViews. Monster Hunter Stories 3 just released a dope trailer today. Can't wait for that one. That's a game key card too if you're getting it on Switch too. So there's also that. I'm gonna be picking that one up. I think that one will be worth it for me. Well, I'll probably get a review code from Capcom, to be honest, but I'd buy it either way. You know, they said they don't plan to, so I guess they didn't. They did it, but they'd never do it. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe they were talking about their own games. I mean, obviously, Pokopia is developed by, I think that's Koei Tecmo, right? That's Koei Tecmo, and that's Pokemon Company. So I don't know how much involvement outside of just publishing here in the US that Nintendo has with that one, because like I said, the Pokemon Company's publishing that one in Japan. But yeah, still, I mean, it would be great if they had it on an actual card. Why does everyone have problems with game key cards? Because they don't want to have to download the data. They want to have the data all on the card. So if the servers go down or something like that, something crazy, they don't have to rely upon internet to play the game. Let's see, doesn't Steam use game keys? Yeah, but this is not Steam. Like that, this is not Steam. Like, you know, Switch 2 is not Steam. So I think I said that 3 times in a row. So yeah, I mean, obviously like Steam, but that's PC, man. That's not like console. What's up, Artie Rose? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Hey, OJ, do you think we get Galaxy 3 or Ocarina of Time remake for next year? I don't know about either one of those. So, yeah. Hey, OJ, was about to nap. Hey, shout out to Egomaniac. What's up, Dan Lee? Predictions for State of Play. I'm hoping for Adventures of Elliot news. I don't know. I think we kind of already got all the Adventures of Elliot news for this year. But we'll see. I mean, they first revealed that game at the Nintendo Direct. And maybe they show a demo for the PlayStation 5. Maybe there's that. So yeah. I think that there might be like offline download. No, actually Steam has DRM to a degree. I think Good Old Games doesn't, but Steam does have DRM. So yeah. Are you a Resident Evil fan? I am, Isaac. I do like Resident Evil. I talked about it not too long ago on a video of mine if you want to know like what I'm excited for the most recent or the upcoming Resident Evil games on Switch 2. So I did that video on the channel. That was, when was that? How long ago? That was, yeah, that was on October 31st. I made a full video talking about that. So if you haven't seen it, check it out if you want to hear more of my thoughts on Resident Evil and what I think about Resident Evil 9 and 7 and 8 coming over to Switch 2 and what we could see in the future. Are you looking forward to the State of Play? I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see what they do for this one. It's a Japanese game, so that's good. Let's say I personally don't plan on buying any game key cards at this point. I'd rather just buy digitally so I don't have the physical card to play digital copy. Yeah, there's also that. I guess the only thing would be like if you sell your games, but if you don't sell your games at all, then it doesn't really matter, right? Let's see. I 100% believe we're getting Ocarina of Time remake for Zelda's 40th anniversary coming up in February. I would not 100% believe that, Dustin, because if you do, then you don't get that, then you're going to be upset. So if I were you, I can just be like, hey, look, it might happen, but I don't know. There's been no rumors or anything like that. I mean, there's been some, but I don't know if there's been any like real rumors from any real credible sources about some type of, you know, Ocarina of Time remake for the 40th anniversary, you know? More often than not, that stuff doesn't happen. So I would not bank on it, but you never know, right? You never know. Yeah, at this point, keycard, I'm just gonna deal with it. I don't like it, but not enough to miss a good game for it. It's all good. Gotta get that Resident Evil collection. Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I hadn't bought any up until this point, but for me, the Resident Evil collection was what's it called? Was the one that I was okay. Yeah, I gotta get a game keycard for like that, because you get Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 for $90. I mean, it's just $10 per pop for the gold editions of Resident Evil 7 and 8, and I don't like Resident Evil 7, but still, to just get like the nice packaging and all of that for 90, is it 90, 80 bucks or 70, 80? Yeah, 90 bucks. Not for 90 bucks. That was like a steal, so I had to pick up that. I mean, that's the only game key card that I bought so far. And I'm also gonna get Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. I mean, but that's the $40. That's $40. So it's like the ones that I am getting, it's like okay, like they're pretty good, you know, pretty good deals when it comes down to it. So yeah. Let's see, OJ, why are you worried about game cards being unusable in 20 years? The Wii will still allow you to re-download digital games. I'm actually not worried about that at all. That's actually not my worry. That I was saying what other people are worried about. Honestly, I was playing the Nintendo 3DS recently, last night, because I was transferring all my Pokemon stuff. I was trying to re-download, because I had so many things not re-downloaded, like the Pokemon Bank, I had to get updates for that, like the Pokemon transporter from like my DS games, because I'm trying to transfer all my Pokemon finally from my Pokemon Black and White, Pokemon, all the Pokemon X and Y, all the games that I have. I'm finally trying to get them transferred over for hopefully when we get more updates for Pokemon, the Pokemon Home for Pokemon Legends, whatever Pokemon I can bring over. So I was like, okay, I got to go to my 3DS, I got to re-download everything, and everything was still available. I went on the eShop, I went to my re-download software, I was able to download the Pokemon Bank, I was able to download Pokemon Transporter, I was able to download any other updates, all my virtual console games. I downloaded all of them and easily booted them up and started playing, no problem. So, and this is going on like a decade plus ago that I got a lot of these games and stuff. This was, 2011, 2012, whatever these Pokemon things were coming out. So I'm actually not worried, just because, like I said, I know Nintendo holds on to it. The fact that they still have our data from when we first even opened up the Nintendo 3DS Ambassador program from 15 years ago or something like that. I mean, I know it's still gonna be there, but I mean, I think that's the concern for other people. But yeah, like I was able to re-download. I mean, YouTube don't work anymore, but I was able to re-download the Pokemon Bank. I was able to download the Pokemon Dream Radar. You can get some cool Pokemon in there. It's like an AR game or whatever, like for your house. You can still play it. It's just fine, and you can still transfer. And I was able to download the Pokemon Transporter. None of those were on my card, but I was able to get all of them on my 3DS, no problem. And it's been literally, I have not went on this eShop in like a decade plus. Like I haven't used this 3DS in a hot minute. So I'm not worried personally, but I know other people are. I guess you never know what can happen in the future, right? Shout outs to General Zamora with the $5 dono first. Dono, striking that first Ninja Blood. Because it'll be interesting to see if the State of Play provides, if they want to compete with Nintendo in the Japanese market. Winding Roots from Sakuna. All right, I got you. Winding Roots. Was it Winding? Winding? Not Winding. Winding Roots. Sakuna. Thank you for the dono, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. First dono on the board. We can actually get a full extension today, I think. We should be able to get a full extension if we hit that 100 combos. So let's go, boys and girls. Appreciate that, Mr. General Zamora. Sounding like game key cards are here to stay. Yeah, pretty much. I think I saw Jackson in here. Let me read what Jackson had to say. Key cards are what they are, and things aren't going to change. People don't have to like it, but endlessly complaining changes nothing. No offense to physical diehards, just how I honestly feel. I feel you on that one, brother. I'm not here to tell you guys like to rally cry, and like to don't buy it if you don't like. I'm not here to do that. I'm just giving you guys my own personal opinion, and everyone's allowed to feel how they want to feel too. Like I'm not here to do that. Like buy what you want, don't buy what you don't want to buy. Shout outs to Peter Wagner with the big $10 Jojo Dono. It says still able to re-download my Wii Shop games 20 years later. Love the content as always. Yeah, as long as you have the original system, you can still download it. So as long as you have the original system, or at least you transfer it to another system with the original data of where you purchased it, you should be able to do it. And even if you didn't, if you call Nintendo, they might be able to help you out with actually getting it on a system. But you have to go through customer support. But you might even be able to get your purchases on a new system if you call them. I'm pretty sure you can. But yeah, you can do it yourself if you simply just go on there. So I'm not too worried about it. All right, what's up, Ish? What's up, Justin with the 3?
Any Pokemon you put in ZA from home won't be able to come back out, so be careful with that. It's something only with this game.
Maybe there'll be an update to change that in the future. I hope so. Any Pokemon that I put in ZA won't be able to be... But there's not all Pokemon are supported, so it'd have to be specific Pokemon, right? Specific Pokemon that I know. It's like, okay, I want this just to be in this one because I want to use them here. Okay, that's cool. I got multiple duplicates. I got like hella legendaries. And I got like multiple I got so many Pokemon over the years, perfectly EV and IV trained, that I trained myself back when I had no kids, no life, no anything. So I'm good. Like I just looked at my Pokemon, like my box for X and Y. Dude, I have all these Mewtwo's perfectly freaking EV trained, freaking 400 something speed, 400 special attack power, crazy stats. So I'm all good. I don't. So it's all good. Shout outs to Justin with the 3. Shout outs to Simeon Coin with the 5 as well. Thank you guys so much. Let's get that in here. That's 8 on the board there. So that does get us to, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 25 on there. Let's go. First overclock extended. Simeon Coin as well with the 5. It says, afternoon, OJ, just getting in. Tried to catch you last night, but you were ending your live. I caught a shiny snow runt yesterday morning. MMX2 boss. All right, I got you, fam. Thank you so much. And shout outs to Pete. Not Pete. What am I talking about? Yeah, Peter. Peta. Thank you for the $10. You are now the Hokage. Let's go. Appreciate that, Peter. Peter W in the house. And thank you for enjoying the content. I appreciate having you around, and thank you for supporting, brother. Like, this is really nice of you guys. Guys, you know your boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have rent due here, but I appreciate you guys pulling up. Let me just say that right now. That's how you guys keep the streams going, man. I appreciate the support, though, for real. Like, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. If I have not said what up to you, make sure you say what up in the chat, and I'll try to say hi to everybody. Is it true performance is better when the game is on internal storage? That is true. I have tested it myself now, and Mario Kart and other games just load faster. Everything's quicker. Like, I've even looked at other people's games, like when I watch like Pokemon Legends ZA, and like it loads quicker. Like, I have a game cart, Pokemon Legends ZA, it actually loads faster if it's on the internal memory. So I'm kind of thinking, man, I mean, maybe I should have just got a digital copy. But yeah, everything's a little bit quicker if it's on the internal memory. Now, if it's on an SD card, it can vary, but the fastest is internal memory. The second fastest is probably an SD card, and the third fastest is a game card. So that's the order. But if it's on your flash memory, like on your system, that's the fastest. Like, the load times are going to be somewhat noticeable between a physical cart and on your internal flash memory. It might be less noticeable on a, on the SD card compared to your cart, but it's still, depending on the game. Some games it's all the same, but a lot of games there is a noticeable difference between like internal memory and game cart, Excuse me. Sorry guys, I went for a long run and I did not drink anything. I had some stuff that I had to do, so I had to hurry, take a shower, and get ready, so I didn't have any time to actually hydrate. So I'm sorry about that. All right, let's get this next one coming up here. We've got MMX2 Boss theme. Thank you for the support, guys. Appreciate that. Big love to Simeon Coin, man. Appreciate you as well. Thank you, Simeon Coin. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for that knowledge drop, too. All right, MMX2 boss theme. I think this is it. Yo, what's up, Joey? Mario Kart World load times digital are like 18 seconds, while on cartridge like 27 seconds, 50% slower. Yeah, it's noticeable. So it's like, for me, it's like, man, like, that's a pretty noticeable difference. Like, it's pretty noticeable difference when it comes down to it between Mario Kart World and between certain games. Like, it's like to the point where it's like you can't just brush it off as like, oh yeah, it's nothing. It's like, no, that's a big difference. Over the course of playing the game for like 100 hours or 50 hours, it's gonna be enough to where you're gonna be like, oh man. So I think that for like a single player game, I think that maybe it's not that big of a deal, you can go with on cart or whatever. But for like a multiplayer game that you're going to play periodically or that, loads up and things like that, it might be better to just go with the digital copy or a game key card if you want to have some type of physical representation of a digital copy that you can sell later down the line. But yeah. Let's see here. Hyrule Warriors loads a lot faster on internal storage, I noticed. Yeah, I noticed that it's a little bit slower. I have a physical copy. I noticed a little bit slower, but I'm willing to deal with the little bit slower loading times to get my little physical copies, to build out somewhat of a physical library, What's up, Shaw X? What's up, Robert? I'm still mad Mewtwo isn't. I don't know why Mewtwo's not in ZA. What the heck is going on there? I would love Koei Tecmo and AAA Game Studio to help with the next Bayonetta or Astral Chain with what they've done in Age of Imprisonment. Combat was so good. I don't know if they need to help out with the next Astral Chain, but I mean, we'll see what happens there, Let's see here. Brand Smith. What's up, Brand Smith? What's up, Joey M? What's up, Justin? What is good, guys? What is good? Simeon Coin. That's the one, OJ. Thanks for the MX diversion. Hey, no problem, brother. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the 5. We're only 5 combos away from the next combo break. Let's get that overclock. I don't think I played it, so let's get that overclock for you guys. 15 minutes extended. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Shout outs, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. And 5 more combos till we get to the 30 on the combo, 30 extension. Let's go. Let's see here. He's not in yet. Yeah, I think they'll add Mewtwo. I think they're going to add a bunch of Pokemon over the years, because ZA is kind of like its own thing. I find ZA to be very fun, man. Like, I'm telling you, at first I was like, okay, it takes a while to get going. The story takes a really long time to get going. Longer than it should have taken to get going. But once it gets serious, it gets real serious. But it doesn't get real serious till like halfway / till the end. But it's good. But I beat the game the other day. I really like it though. Like, I was gonna go and like play Hyrule Warriors this morning, but I'm like, man, I kind of want to play more of Pokemon Legends ZA. Like, I kind of want to do more of the post-game stuff, man. It's like calling me back, man. I really like the game though. It's fun. Not perfect, but it's fun. Let's see here. It's your boy with the $10 donuts. What's up, y'all? Play Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's really good, y'all. Yes, it's really good. I've put about 3 hours into that game already. I think it's really good. I have some unfinished business though in Pokemon Legends ZA, so I'm trying to kind of get that all kind of wrapped up. But yeah, I'm gonna play some more Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I'm gonna play some more of it. Shout outs to It's Your Boy. Thank you for the $10 dono. Let's go. Another JoJo. Can we have a JoJo State of Play today? We got 2 JoJos, that $10 and up. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Big love. Peter's still at the top of the board though. 1 penny missing out there. Shout outs to Ralphie. Your boy in the chat, 35 on the combo board. Yes, sir. You guys know what that means as well. Another overclock. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
So let's go. Yeah, I got the DMC. I downloaded the mystery gift. I haven't went and done the mission yet, but I'm gonna do the mission. I'm gonna probably do it tonight. I'm gonna do the mission and all of that. So yeah. Let's see here. I'm 25 hours in. LOL. No, there's some people that have already beat the game. Like, I know Bo, he's already beat the game. Like, a lot of people have already beat it, you know. So yeah, man. No, it's great, man. It's good to have a lot of like I said, gamers games. You don't. I told you guys this beforehand. I'll tell you guys this again. We don't need the greatest graphics in the world. I told you. I remember I said this beforehand. What did I tell you guys? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some games that look incredible on Switch too. But what I said is we don't need ultra 30, 50, 80 graphics. All we need is dope games that are fun to play that have content. The graphics on the Switch 1 are fine. The problem was the ghetto frame rates. That was the problem. The problem was the ghetto frame rates. That was the issue. We don't need the most intensive graphics. I mean, if they bring them over, that's great. Star Wars, Cyberpunk, whatever, that's fine if they want to port over those games. But when it comes to Nintendo, when it comes to their games or their partners' games, like we don't need all that. All we need is good frame rates and great games that give us content. That's all we need, and people are going to be happy, and it's going to do well. And once again, I was right. Once again, I was right, because people are enjoying Echoes of Wisdom. People are enjoying Super Mario Odyssey, Switch 2. People are enjoying Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. People are enjoying all the games that I was like, yo, these games are great. They just need a little bit of a frame rate boost. That's all we need, because the graphics are already good enough. Like, we're hitting law of diminishing returns. Don't get me wrong. Like, for example, what's that game? Ghost of Yotei. It sold great. Don't let the grifters try to... It sold good. Like, it sold fine. It's not like it's... You know, oh, it didn't sell 10 million. That's fine. It doesn't need to. It's going to sell better over time. But, like, you got 80 million plus install base, right? And you got 3.3 million in sales. Okay, that's fine. But, like, the game is graphically, it's like one of the greatest open world games of all time. And, or, you know, graphics-wise, it looks great. But that's fine. We don't need that. Donkey Kong Bonanza came out, and that sold 3.5 million. And that game was just fun. It was just, like, crazy cool. You could dig all over the place. The graphics aren't better than freaking Ghost of Yotei, but the gameplay is intriguing for Nintendo fans and for people that want something different. Once again, Ghost of Yotei, it's great. It's doing its own thing. It's doing good. It's selling good. But for Nintendo, they need it to be a little bit different. We don't need the greatest, most detailed birds flying open world. What we need is fun games. We need something a little bit different, you know? So that's why I think that Switch 2 is going to continue doing well if they just don't worry about having the most craziest graphics open world. Just worry about making sure the game is really fun and people enjoy it, and there's plenty of content and post-game content and things to do in the game. If you do that, you're going to be fine, because that's what people are looking for. Not everyone's looking for greatest graphics in the world, you know? So, I don't know who even donates $10.99. I wanted it to be 10 even. Shout outs, Ralphie. We got you as the Hokage, though, with that $2 extra on there. That gets you to $11.99. So I appreciate that. Let's get you up on the board. We'll put you at 12. We'll give you that extra penny, Ralphie. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. Let's see here. It's your boy. Thank you for the big 12. Anybody that's 12 or more, you can pass him up. Shout out to Peter. He's still the stream ninja, though, with the 10. So anybody that's 10 or more, you can pass up my man. Or type or pass up Peter. I spelled ninja wrong on here. So let's go. Let's see here. Nintendo already produces the best graphics. We don't need games to sell. Illusion of Realism and Horizon, you have invisible walls and flames dance. Oh, I mean, like, that's a little bit, that's like level of interactivity with the game. So yeah, like, it's one thing to be like interactive and innovative within the world. It's another thing to have, like, you know, polygon technical graphics. There's a place for polygon technical graphics. Like, we still need those as well, you know? We still need those as well, but what we're looking at overall with this is that we're looking at a situation like with Switch, with PlayStation, with PC, that there's balance. You need balance in all of this. So Xbox, and I mean, Sony's trying to do it a little bit. You know, they have Ratchet and Clank, you know, they have Astro Bot, but that's still not enough. Like, that's not enough compared to Nintendo dropping, you know, Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hyrule Warriors, Metroid Prime 4, you know, like all these games, like Pokemon Legends ZA, like all these games, Kirby Air Riders, like they don't make all that stuff, right? So Sony's, they're going to drop their Wolverine, they're going to drop their Saros, they're going to drop those games, which are great. I'm going to pick up those games too, you know, I'm picking those games up. But like what we need is we need a balance of stuff, you know? So yeah. LR, is it at least locked to 30 on Switch 2? What is LR? And what do you talk about, Warrior Man? Do I like Animal Crossing? I like Animal Crossing. It's okay, but I'm not like a huge fan. Do you think most of the games are going to be coming to Switch 2 also this state of play? I don't know. I mean, probably most will be. I'm guessing Sony's going to have a couple exclusives that they're going to, like, you know, pay for to be only on PlayStation for like timed exclusive or something like that. But I'm guessing there'll be some surprises that will be like, oh wow, that game's coming exclusive to PlayStation, you know? So yeah. I do wish the art style, yeah, the art style definitely could have been better in ZA for sure. Absolutely. I still think it's fun, super fun to play, but yeah, absolutely could have been better. Not saying it's a not saying ZA is perfect. Exactly. That's why I can't wait for MP4 to come out and shut up these clowns up, because give us the best of both worlds, excellent gameplay, incredible graphics. The thing about Metroid Prime is that I think it's more about incredible art. I'm sorry about my green screen tripping. I don't know what's going on. It's more about the art style. I think the art style is better than the graphics, in my opinion. I think that it has superior art style and color palette. I think that's what it is. Because the game is a Switch 1 game, and it looks good. It's really, the Switch 2 version, they're just taking it and saying, all right, here, we're going to double the frame rate, because the Switch 2 is significantly more powerful. I think that right there proves the Switch 2 is significantly more... I mean, we already knew that it was significantly more powerful, but from a first-party standpoint, that proves it, because this is the first example of a Nintendo first-party game taking a frame rate and doubling it. You don't know how intensive it is to... Well, you guys know, but I mean, let me explain to you. It's very intensive to double the frame rate. You go from 30 to 60, that's intensive on the CPU. You go from 60 to 120, that's a lot more strain. So if you're going to do that, you're going to have the processing power to handle that at the graphics and all that. And, you know, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond apparently handles all of that in spades. So that just goes to show you that it's a pretty big jump over from like Switch 1 to Switch 2. Because look at Switch, or look at Wii U to Switch 1. Literally all the games. I mean, yeah, there's some games that probably couldn't run on the Wii U but could run on Switch. But like, it wasn't like Breath of the Wild was a doubling of the frame rate and quality over, you know, the Wii U version. It was like slightly better, you know. It was like, okay, the frame rate's a bit more stable. Okay, the resolution is a bit better. You go from 720p to 900p, you know. So I think that was really, that was it. That was the extent of it. So are we expecting anything announced at the State of Play to come to Switch 2? I mean, yeah, there's going to be multi-platform games as well. I mean, it's just Japanese third-party games. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be multi-platform games. I mean, every State of Play has a bunch of multi-platform games or games that are on Switch 1 or Switch 2 for the most part. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Starfish? Welcome. I can't wait to see how Game Freak expands real-time battle system. Pretty fun with a lot of room to grow. Yeah, definitely room to grow for sure. Prime 1 remasters a 10 out of 10. Prime Trilogy is so slept on by the masses. Yeah, it's the style of game that it is. I was referring to Age of Calamity on Switch 2 because it's terrible on Switch 1. Age of Calamity on Switch 2, it runs at a locked 30 FPS on Switch 2. If you play the Switch 1 game on Switch 2. Yeah, 30 FPS. I'm surprised that frame rate just wasn't locked. I don't know why they put a cap on it on Switch 1. Wasn't like it was going to hit above 30 anyway. Might as well uncap it, right? What's the point of having a cap on a dookie frame rate? That makes no sense. It's like, hey, let's put a cap. It's like putting... Like, why would you put a cap on a dookie frame rate? On a frame rate that struggles to hit 30? Just uncap it. Why would you cap it at 30? That makes no sense from a development standpoint to sit there and cap a dookie frame rate at 30, and then now we can't get Age of Calamity at 60 because they cap the frame rate on there. Silly. Unless I'm missing something with development, I don't know why they would do that. Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 2 runs at 4K quadruple resolution, 2 times double the frame rate. That's impressive. Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, like, Metroid Prime 4 is already one of the better looking, if not like the best looking Switch 1 game right now, you know. So I expect we're probably going to get maybe the second to last trailer or final trailer of RE9, maybe, even though we had a lot. What are you talking about, Leafstorm? What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome, though, man. How you doing? Yep, the exclusive game is the most important. Sales, not just console itself, yeah. What's up, beloved Angel? What's up, Cammy? Usually State of Plays get leaked ahead of announcement. Nice to have a little surprise here. Yeah, it's nice to have a little surprise. I'm guessing this one didn't get leaked because it was a State of Play just for Japan. So yeah. Yo, Joe 9K in the house, being on the time, baby. Yo, the Hokage pledge? What is all this about? The Hokage pledge? Yo, headbands in the chat for the Hokage pledge. Yo, the Leaf Village, the Elite Ninja Village coming through. Joe 9K with the Hokage pledge. Thank you so much, man. Jesus, that is a lot to pledge. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Hokage pledge in the house. Hey, yo. Let's get you 10 points on that one. Big love, dude. Big love. I got a pillow mouse for Prime 4's mouse mode and couch play. Oh, that's nice. This man's going all in. You're gonna get like a Samus helmet too while you're at it. Like you're gonna have an arm cannon, like cardboard, or like a arm cannon too. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you, fam. Yo, what's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream, brother. Had a glitch on my Nintendo Store app. Erased my Switch and Switch 2 data right now. Kept only the Wii U and 3DS. Oh man, that sucks. I don't know why Sony is scared to put true PS5 exclusives. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there Astrobot and Demon Souls? Everything else is timed exclusive. Yeah, I think Sony's scared to it because look at the sales right now with Ghost of Yotei. It's good. 3.3 million is good, but it's an 80 million install base. So while it's not like it was a good sales result. I'm not gonna grift you guys and say it's terrible. Oh, no, it was solid. It's solid, but that is like, okay, I'm not. If I'm Sony, and yes, Ghost of Yotei made its money back in development. But it's not to make your money back in development and a little bit of profit. You're a for-profit company. You want to make as much as possible. That's within reason, right? So, you know, having games on PC afterwards, like having Ghost of Yotei afterwards, I mean, if it sells 1 million or 2 million units, that's a lot of extra money. That's a lot of security for a lot of developers. That's a lot of extra to make your value as a company go higher, right? To get your share prices higher, hire more people. So it's like one of those things to where that's why they're doing it. They're doing it because they know that they can't simply only be on PlayStation because they're not going to sell enough first-party units to maximize their potential as a company. So you do things when things like you feel that you have to. There might be a day where Nintendo feels that they have to, but the biggest difference between why Sony needs to do this and why Nintendo does it, in my opinion, is growing up with both of these systems, you know, is that Sony always fashioned themselves as kind of like computer, hardcore, older adult gamer, cutting edge graphics, latest technology, PC. Like they've always fashioned themselves that, like computer entertainment, right? So as PC has become more popular and Steam has become more popular, naturally you have people who liked PlayStation kind of migrate over to PC and vice versa, right? Or that's where it's kind of like at. So I think that's the reason why a lot of people that like even PlayStation are like PC people too, or people that, you know, like PC or migrate over to PC want them to put their stuff on PC because it just seems like that's a natural type of like evolution for that. Nintendo went in the area of more whimsical, more console, more quirky, and not PC, not the highest end graphics, not the latest thing. They got out of that, you know, more than 25 years ago they got out of that, right? Or 20 years ago they got out of that. GameCube was the last one where they did that. So I think that's the reason why Nintendo has been able to, I would say, harvest or cultivate their fans into thinking, we don't need that, or that's separate. This is what we need. It's about the gameplay. It's about this. Whereas Sony has been graphics in this, but PC has the best graphics. So naturally, you're going to get people that say, okay, well, put it on PC. If it's about graphics, if it's about that, put it on PC. Why not? You can get better frame rates, better resolutions, better this, better that. So I think that's the reason why, you know, why they're doing that, because there is a market of people that they've built up for that, you know, whereas, and that they haven't been able to retain everyone. Whereas Nintendo's been able to kind of, you know, keep it separate enough when it comes to them building their console. So yeah. Do you feel like the lack of Sony exclusives and them needing to get more profits has to do with perhaps the game budgets getting blown up? I think it's a combination of things. Akris, I think it's the fact that game development takes too long. I think it's the fact that they have a certain level of graphical fidelity that people expect. I think it's because, you know, just a variety of factors, you know, of why everything is the way that it is. You know, that's in their control, but then not in their control. You know, it's like partly, yeah, they steered the ship that way, but then also the other way, it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. This is just happened. This is like the natural progression of what they were going to do, considering how they started from the PS1 and up, you know? So. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are disappointed about Pokopia being a game key card, you know? I don't know more about the game though. There might be like a lot of streaming assets and stuff, the reason why. So I think once they show off more about the game, we might get an idea of that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there could be loading issues. There could be other things that we just don't know right now, considering maybe the scope and size of the game. But yeah, I feel you on that one, brother. To be honest though, depending on what Pokopia is, I mean, it might be better as an all digital game anyway, but the price tag is a bit more of an issue to me than it being a game key card. I watched a video about the Black Friday deals. Did you say that Paper Mario 1000 Year Door run at 60 FPS, or did I miss it? You misheard it. I said that Paper Mario, if they would have uncapped it, it could run at, it would have been better if it did run at 60 FPS. So that's what I said. I said I wish that they would have uncapped it so it could run at 60 FPS, but they didn't. So hopefully there's an update in the future that gets it like that. Bloodborne remake incoming. I hope so. I hope. I mean, that would be a good announcement, man. That'd be a really good announcement if they did that. Shout out to Joe 9K, man. Thank you for the Hokage tier membership. 45-minute extension unlocked. Combo breaks. Let's get that overclock as well. Appreciate that, brother.
Overclock Buster.
Let's see here. I feel like rumors of PS6 being a handheld. Sony is aware maybe graphical push isn't feasible as much anymore. We've hit the plateau, so maybe they shipped the accessibility. I think that they said the rumors is that there's going to be a portable and there's going to be a home console. You know, one of them for like $500, one of them for like $600, so like $1,100 total. But then they also said that the handheld will be dockable. So I mean, it just seems like, okay, how much stronger is the home console portion compared to the handheld portion? Because if the handheld portion is very good, where it can, and they said it can play, I don't believe all these rumors, but they said it can play PS4, PS5, and PS6 games. It's affordable. It's dockable. It can you know, make you a sandwich. It can fly to the moon. You know, it can paint your garage. So I mean, if it does all these things at a good price, then what's the point of buying the more powerful one when you can dock it and it's going to be really powerful to play PS6 games, to play PS5 games, to play PS4 games? I mean, so I don't think all that's happening for an affordable price. Like, I think it was MBG, he put that out there, and I'm like, that doesn't seem likely, but, you know, whatever. So yeah. I think the US version is also a game key card, too, because Nintendo of America uploaded the same physical game cart versus game key card trailer that Japan got, that had Pokopia on there, so yeah. Pokopia is $70. It's a full price game, so I think that's the biggest issue that I have with it. But once again, I don't know more about the game, so I think we need to learn a bit more. But it doesn't seem like I feel like paying that much for that game. But I understand for those who do. Like, but I just need to see more about the game, more so than anything. Let's see here. Are we all upset? I think Pokopia is not one of those games that gets people super upset. But I mean, it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Pink? Welcome to the stream. Happy birthday, young lady. I wasn't able to talk in your stream. I was able to catch some of it, though, when I was working. Happy birthday. I don't know if you got the sub that I did, but I gave you a sub. Nothing popped up. I don't know how to use Twitch, though, I'll be honest. So shout outs to young lady Pink. Just had her birthday recently. Had a successful long live stream, so make sure you guys go follow her on Twitch. I will not be playing Pokopia. Doesn't interest me at all. There you go. I mean, it's not for everybody. You know, it's not for everybody. Like, if you like Dragon Quest Builders, if you like Animal Crossing, it's kind of like a mix of those games to me. It could be fun. I don't know. I gotta see it first, but we'll see how it works out. I didn't hear the two separate thing. Honestly, I didn't think about that. Two separate PS6 sound weird. Oh yeah, the rumor is that there's two separate. I doubt Sony would release just a handheld that docks like literally like a Switch. I doubt they would do that. I just don't think that they will. I think that they're definitely going to want to keep like the home console, big boy, big booty market. You know what I'm saying? Like that big old huge console that you set on top of something. They've got that market kind of like locked down for consoles because Xbox is kind of like, you know, Xboxing out for the most part, and Nintendo does a hybrid. So I don't think they want to give up that solid set install base of like usually around 100 million people that are willing to buy that, you know? So I doubt they're going to give up that. What's up, Alonzo? Welcome. Calling it on Pokemon Gen 10. Wait, end up being a game key card. I don't think so. But we'll see. I don't think it will be, but we'll see. Because like ZA wasn't. Say, I hope customers protest with their wallets so they never do this again. Long live retro gaming. There you go. Retro gaming. I can, by the way, though, I can play retro games that I downloaded digitally. Like, here's my 3DS. These are games that I downloaded decades ago. So here's GBA games. Here's Metroid Fusion that I downloaded. That's a retro game, right? It's gonna pop up. It takes forever on the 3DS for some reason. So I mean, like, you can play digital games that are retro like that. It doesn't stop you from playing like if a game is digital. It doesn't stop you. So there you go. Look, here's Metroid Fusion. I don't have any save data though from this version of the game. I have it on my Wii U, and I think I have it on my Switch as well. But anyway, yeah, there's Metroid Fusion on my 3DS. That's all digital, by the way, which I had to re-download, by the way, because all my data was gone. That I re-downloaded from their servers that were shut down already. So I mean, we don't, guys. It's not like, oh, we're never gonna be able to play the games or long live retro. Like, come on, now, stop with the with the crazy talk. But I understand. Like, I get it. Like, having it on the car would be better for sure. But we don't gotta exaggerate and act like everything's gonna be gone in 10 years. By the way, that came out so long ago. I downloaded those games like 14 years. This was like 14 years ago for this. Not this 3DS in particular, but when I made my account, like when I made everything, like, you know, with my 3DS. So this was like I said, a decade and a half ago. So let's just relax. We don't got to go crazy on it. But I feel you though. I like the games on card as well. And actually, I can go and download all. I had to go download all my ambassador games. So like, if you're old school like me, and if you lived through the ghetto days of the Nintendo 3DS, where Nintendo launched the system with no system sellers and didn't have any system sellers new games ready to go for almost a year until the end of the year. I don't know what was Nintendo thinking. Reggie Fils-Aimé, you got this called the Ambassador Program, right? And the Ambassador Program, man, you got your, I don't know where my little certificate is. I think I can re-download my certificate on the eShop. I don't know if it's somewhere here though. But yeah, here's all my NES games as well. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's all my NES games from the old school days.
I'm tired, boss. It's gonna be a long and bad generation for physical Pete's.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hardcore into physical gaming and all that, yeah, it's definitely going to be not necessarily the best, because there's going to be some games, obviously, that are GameCube card that's going to piss you off. I'm not really I'm not really a super big fan of, like, Pokopia right now, but I mean, it could happen to other games, you know? Could happen to other games, so yeah, we'll see. Thank you for the $5, though. I'm not sure, though, like, were you excited for Pokopia, Zoo? Combo breaks. I don't know who this Acorn guy is, but he keeps on spamming some like different language. So we're just going to time you out for like a good 24 hours. So you can come back later. Thanks for coming out to the stream though. I appreciate it, man. Did you see that new Monster Hunter Stories 3 pre-order? No, I didn't see the trailer. Kingdom Hearts 4, please. Ooh, that'd be good. We have about 15 minutes before the show starts. So we are humming. Thank you for the $5 though, Zoo. I appreciate it. Let's go. A little, yeah. Were you really? Okay. I didn't know. Make Metroid Prime 4 a GameCube card instead of Pokopia. To be honest though, I don't care if it's a smarter business move. Make Metroid Prime 4 a game. Why would they make Metroid Prime 4 a game? No, that sounds like a terrible idea. Wait a minute. Why would you want that? Metroid Prime 4 is the more hardcore game for core gamers from back in the day that played Prime. Why would you want that? No, like Pokopia is a spin-off. It's a spin-off, you know, Pokemon thingy. What? No, we need all of the main big hardcore games that are coming out. All of those got to be physical, like the new Zelda, the new Mario, the new Zelda, or I already said Zelda, the new Metroid, you know, the new whatever. All those got to be regular. No, what the heck? Because it's so niche. I don't care how niche it is or not. It doesn't matter. It's not like it's one or the other. Those are two completely different companies, two completely different types of games. Why does it got to be one or the other? What the hell? That makes no sense. That makes zero sense. Why Metroid? Because it's niche, so who cares? Why not both of them just be regular games and no one of them not? What is Metroid being sacrificed for? By the way, I hate when people do that. What about this? They should have done it to this game. It's like, what does that game have to do with anything? Wait a minute, what? Like when people say, like, they announce a new Fire Emblem. Oh, what about F-Zero? Oh, I wish they would have made F-Zero instead. It's like, what does Fire Emblem have to do with you not getting F-Zero? Or like you not getting Kid Icarus? Or you not getting whatever other game that you want? That is the most annoying thing that Nintendo fans do. They don't get what they want, so they just pick another game and say, no! That game should have been that one! And I'm like, what does that have to do with what you want? Keep Metroid or keep whatever other game out of it. That makes no sense. You didn't get what you want. Okay, you didn't get what you want, but stop randomly picking games that you feel doesn't deserve something because of sales or whatever reason you have in your head. It's a stupid thing. It's stupid and it's not happening. So deal with it. Nick93 with the $2 dono. And says, thoughts on Sony saying that they're only halfway through the PS5 cycle. Kind of like that we don't have the PS6 anytime soon. Let it sell more and have more games to drop halfway through the cycle. I think that they meant halfway through the cycle as in they're going to support the system for another 8 years plus. I don't think that they meant that they're only halfway through the cycle before they release the next system. I think they meant the support for the current system, if I'm not, if I'm correct on that one. I do think that the next PlayStation is going to be coming out within the next 2 to 3-4 years. But the PS5 is going to be supported for a long time after that. Like, I don't see the PS5. PS5 is going to be around in 10 years from now. There might still be games for PS5 because it's too good. It's too powerful. It's such a solid system, and people aren't just going to continuously forever just upgrade. At some point, people are just going to get tired of this, doing this over and over and over and over and over again. Like, we're already seeing that people have just decided to kind of somewhat check out. We haven't had any systems really do above the PlayStation 2 in a hot minute. I mean, nothing's even coming close from Sony, at least. So I think that's the reason why Sony realized that they have to have bandwidth to cover multiple generations. So they're going to cover PS5, they're going to cover PS6 and going forward. And like myself, I said it myself too. I like it because I just got a PS5 Pro. I don't feel like upgrading to, I honestly don't feel like upgrading to the PS6 because we know what their MO is. We know what Sony wants. Graphics. That's the only thing that PS6 is going to do. It's going to be graphics. It's going to be everything's faster loading, instant loading. Everything's just looks shinier. Oh, the frame rate is better. We already know. That's what it's going to be. That's the PS3 to PS4, PS4 to PS5. It's always just that. They have other little bells and whistles, but all it is graphics. Okay, so for me, PS5 Pro is strong enough. It's expensive as hell. I got one, and I'm good for the next a lot. I'm good for a while. So I'm glad that Sony realizes that so they can be supporting my PS5 Pro with games because I'm actually completely fine with the PS5 Pro. Even when PS6 launches, we already know what they're going to do. You know, the games already run good. Ghost of Yotei runs incredible. Now, if Ghost of Yotei was running like trash on the PS5, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe we need a PS6. Like with Nintendo, it was like, oh man, the games are not running good. Like they're not running great. We need something new. We need something new. But with Sony, their games run great on the base PS5 hardware. Their games run great on PS5 Pro. Like, what's the point? The games already look incredible. Spider-Man looks great. Ghost of Yotei looks great. God of War Ragnarok, that's a PS4 game. That game looks great. I mean, it's like, what else is there? Like, okay, it looks even better, right? So we already know the MO. I don't need anything. I honestly don't. I don't need it. I do feel that we needed the upgrade from PS4 to PS5 because a lot of Sony's games were 30 FPS on PS4. So that makes sense to get the PS5 because, okay, now we're going from 30 FPS to 60 FPS or even higher. So it made sense because Sony's games couldn't quite handle what they were trying to do on the PS4 at that 30 FPS, sometimes a little bit higher if you had a PS4 Pro, right? But for the most part, 30 FPS for a lot of their games like The Last of Us and stuff like that. Well, now on PS5, everything's 60 throughout the whole generation. It's been all 60 for all the games. They haven't struggled in any areas with that. So to me, everything's good like right now where it's at. You know, the power is good enough. Let's see here. Okay, you're right. The Final Fantasy VII, that was not great on there, but I think that's more optimization, and I think that's more of Square Enix. I don't think that's necessarily the hardware, because Horizon Forbidden West, that looks incredible, that runs incredible, and that's on PS5 and that's on PS4, but the PS5 version runs really good. So I think that's more of Unreal Engine 4. I think that's more of optimization. I think that's more of certain, like, you know, them not necessarily programming for open world game like that. I think there was a lot of situations where it was caused by that. Now, if it was a customized engine, like they use, what is that Guerrilla Games engine that they use? They use for Death Stranding and Horizon. If they're using that engine, I don't think there would be as many problems. Look at Death Stranding. Death Stranding runs great. Death Stranding 2 runs great. Horizon runs great. God of War Ragnarok runs great. Ghost of Yotei, big open world game, that runs great. So yeah, I'm not gonna put that on the PS5. You know. Let's see here. Oh yeah, your membership. Thank you so much, Casual Noob. Thank you for the 51 months. I'm excited to watch the Sony is shook by Nintendo in Japan state of play, making great progress and may come home soon. Hey, shoutouts. Let's go, Casual Noob. Let's go, man. Congrats on that. I feel like people don't even care about PS5 Pro like they did with PS4 Pro last generation. People usually don't care about Pro systems. Kaiju, or is it Kaiji? I'm just gonna call you Pal Driver. Pal Driver. People don't care about Pro systems. Pro systems don't ever sell crazy amounts compared to base systems. People rather save the money. Most people said, nah, I'm good. I don't need a Pro system. I'll just take my regular base system, because a lot of people just play Madden and play Call of Duty, and all those run pretty good, right? They just play like Sony first party games. Like a normal gamer sees Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West or whatever, and they have their PS4. They're like, oh yeah, I'm okay. You know, most people aren't like, oh yes, I need every single frame rate drop, you know, or every single frame rate. So like, if we're talking about in gen, right? In gen, we're not talking about afterwards when the PS5 is already out. Then like, okay, well maybe I can upgrade. But in gen, most of the time people are like, a PS5 Pro is $750 plus a disc drive. Man, I gotta spend I gotta drop $1,000. That's a lot out of my check. You know, I'm good on that. Let me, you know, I already got a PS5. You know, I already got I'll take the PS5 for 500, right, or whatever, and I can play Call of Duty, I can play Madden, I can play FIFA, I can play Astro Bot, I can play all my games that I want to play just fine. I don't need a PS5 Pro. So I do agree with you to a degree that the Pro version maybe this time around is a lot less compelling than the PS4 Pro. You know, PS4 Pro I think maybe was a little bit more compelling, but the PS5 Pro maybe isn't as compelling. At least right now it's not. I think maybe down the line it might be. Once the PS6 comes out, maybe you want a cheaper. I mean, if they can, I don't even know what they're gonna do because PS5 Pro is $750. So I'm not sure. I don't know if the PS5 Pro is ever gonna be like widespread compelling because it's just too expensive right now. You know, it's just too expensive. So yeah. Do you think they're gonna show Undefeated 2? I don't know what Undefeated 2 is. I think what's unfortunate for Pokopia, GameCube card, but I guess TPC made the call. We don't know exactly what game has in store long term. Yeah, it might be something to where they, you know, for whatever reason they chose that. But to me, I think it's just to save money. So yeah. Let's see. I'm not interested in PS5 generation. I skip PS3 as well. Some people skip generations. Like it's not uncommon for some to skip a generation. You know, PS4, that was supported for a long time. You might be like, oh, it's just the same thing with PS5, but PS4 is good. But I think that PS5 is a generation that I feel from a power perspective kind of nailed exactly like, okay, this is what we need from a power perspective, and that it's good enough to last for a longer time than maybe PS4 was, because PS4 had a lot of games that struggled frame rate wise with, you know, various different titles, even from Sony. I mean, it wasn't like, more like not struggle, but ran at, you know, not 60, ran at 30. So PS5 hasn't had any of those issues at all. It has like zero from Sony's first party, you know. I stopped purchasing PlayStation products since late PS3. Oh man. Let's see, I never bought a PS5 Pro. I bought a 3DS, 3DS XL, Nintendo Switch OLED, Switch Lite, Nintendo Switch 2, Xbox Series X, PS4, PS Vita, PS4 Pro, PS5, Steam Deck OLED, Engine 30 for a marginal upgrade. I'm good. Yeah, I have the PS5 Pro, and like I only have it because once again I told you guys I karate kicked my regular base PS5. But yeah, based off of what I played, like I don't think there's a big enough, like there's not enough games that make a big enough difference. But it's still a very, like I said, it's kind of future proofing. Because like the PSSR, and like I think that developers, when the PS6 comes out, if you have a PS5 Pro, you're gonna be not bad. Like you're gonna be in a good spot if you want to play a game on a PlayStation, right? So I think for me, I think that it helps buy time for PS6. Now, like I said, I gotta wait and see what they're doing for PS6 and like the handheld component and all of that. But like to me, it just seems like okay, it's gonna be PS5, but with like PS5 Pro. But even better graphics, right? So it seems like that's it seems like the PS5 Pro is a beta test for the PS6. That's what I think it is. I think it's definitely a beta test. So I'll be the beta tester, but I'm gonna stick with that beta program though. Like I don't think I'm gonna buy a PS6 unless there's some type of crazy exclusive software, which I don't see happening. Like a lot of crazy exclusive stuff. Then yeah, I'm probably not gonna get one. But even then, like I gotta see the prices. I gotta see what they do, like what they do to shake it up, you know. But yeah, I can see a lot of people still buying it though. Like I think PS6 is going to be like super successful. I think people are going to be excited for it because like, you know, more graphics. That's what people, you know, that buy PlayStation want. So you got to go where what the audience wants, you know. Why did you kick your PS4? I didn't kick my PS4. I kicked my PS5. I was watching Cobra Kai, and I used to do martial arts. I still kind of practice a little bit, but I was like, you know, I like martial arts. So I saw a kick. And I've never seen that kick before that they did, or at least I've never done it myself. I've done a lot of kicks, but the kick that they did, I think it was the kick that Miguel did, like when he won like the second All Valley, or when he was fighting in the second All Valley after the back, like his back. You know, remember when in Cobra Kai when that other guy, the short white guy, what's it called? Johnny's son kicks, I think, or no, it was Johnny's son kicks Miguel off of like the freaking balcony thing from school when they had that big rumble at the school, and like he like jacked up his back because he fell off the whole thing. So when he comes back, he's in the All Valley tournament, and like he does like some type of kick, and I was like, whoa, what type of kick is that? And I was like, let me try it. And I'm stupid because I'm in my room. It's not a small room, but it's not the biggest room. So I did the kick, and I kicked the PS5 on accident. And it spun, and it banged off the wall, and it scraped it, and it cracked the HDMI on the back. So yeah, Robbie, there you go. That's his name, Robbie. When Robbie kicked, like he kicked him off the balcony, and he was like, oh, like freaking Mortal Kombat. Like, you know, remember Mortal Kombat? Like when you kick, like when you uppercut somebody and they fall to the spikes below. That's what it looked like. He was like, oh, like it looks all fake and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. Oh, shout outs to Cobra Kai, great show. Anyway, let's get to the show. It's gonna start up in about 4 minutes. So anyway, yeah, I did like a spinning kick that he did at the All Valley, and like I should have done a couple practice runs because that one it did not turn out good. I think I stumbled and I kicked my PS5, and it was a total accident. I didn't mean to kick the PS5, you know. PS exclusives are top notch, but lately I've been playing third party on Switch 2 and available. I'm done. I'll get a PS6 at release. Hey, get whatever you want. Yeah, a tornado kick or something like that. Oh man. I'm with the OJ. May not have a PS6, but I got the PS5 Pro. I'm good, bro. Switch 2. Yeah, I'm good with PS5 Pro and Switch 2. I'm good with those. Hopefully FOMO doesn't catch me, though. Let's see. What's your last minute big game prediction? Kingdom Hearts 4, baby. Kingdom Hearts 4. Let's go. Kingdom Hearts 4 in the house. Kingdom Hearts 4 in the house. Let's go. Kingdom Hearts 4. Should we get the Kingdom Hearts? Drop the Kingdom Hearts 4. Drop the combo breaks. Also, guys, 6 combos away from the hour-long extension. So if you want to we got 40 minutes here. But if you want to get another extra on top of that, 45 minutes, if you want to get an extra 15 minutes on top of get to the hour, 6 more combos. Let's go, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Let's go. Anyway, we're gonna. There's like 3 minutes left, so I'll move over once we do that. Let's go. Let's see here. My only guess as to why TPC price Pokopia is $7 is that they plan for long-term support with added content over time. Some of the Dragon Quest builders in Minecraft could be wrong though. I think they price it that way because they want to get 70 because that's the standard new game price for Switch games. So I think regardless whether it's paid DLC or not, I think it's just gonna be 70 just because. I don't think they priced it that because they felt like, oh, well, we're going to do this. I think they priced it that because it's like, oh, we just want more money. And because that's the standard new price for games. So I think that's the reason why. At least that's just my opinion. I could be wrong though. But yeah, like I said, we need to see more on the game. Like there might be like a bunch of free updates and stuff like that. So it might be worth it down the line. We got to wait and see. Hoping for Dragon Quest 12 over Kingdom Hearts 4. How about both? How about both? Both of them, baby. How about both of them? T-Dude's prediction, Kingdom Hearts 4 teaser trailer. Long-term support is just like Halo Infinite. Long-term 10-year plan for Halo Infinite. Well, 10 years minus 6. That is. They need to put Cobra Kai student to the next Smash. Yeah, we need to have Robbie or Miguel for Smash. If you guys could pick one Cobra Kai, or would it be Mr. Miyagi? I think if I could pick one Karate Kid or Cobra Kai character for Smash Brothers, I think it'd be Mr. Miyagi. Just like wax on, wax off. Mr. Miyagi waxes onto Smash. Like, yeah, I think we'd have to pick Mr. Miyagi. But if I had Mr. Miyagi, Johnny Lawrence, number 1 would be Mr. Miyagi. Number 2 would be Johnny Lawrence. Number 3 would maybe be... I don't know if I want the actual main guy. He's alright. But I think I either want Johnny Lawrence or Mr. Miyagi. Miyagi though, baby. Let's go. Mike Barnes. Yeah, Mike Barnes might be pretty good. We need the old school. We need Karate Kid 3 Mike Barnes though. We don't need the new Mike. Oh no, maybe we have skins. We get young Mike Barnes and we get old Mike Barnes. And like he's like, oh, you burned down my furniture place, and he like drives out of his truck, and that's how he comes. Like that's how he gets into like the arena. That'd be so lit, man. Johnny Lawrence has like an eagle that just like drops him off. Miyagi-Do like comes from like a puff of smoke. That'd be like super cool. Jaden Smith for Smash. Daniel-san in his prime. Daniel-san might be better as older than he is when he's younger. He kind of sucks when he's younger. Daniel-san might be better in Cobra Kai than he is in freaking Karate Kid 1 through 3 because he's not that great in 1 through 3. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to State of Play Japan. I'm your host today, Yuki Kaji. In this State of Play broadcast, we are proud to spotlight games created across Japan and Asia. We have a lot of great announcements and updates planned for today. From hugely popular franchises to clever indies and small teams. First up, look at Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. This is a story of how Mom met your dad. No, I'm joking.
We made a promise to solve the world's mysteries, didn't we?
I know I'd regret missing out on the fun far more than any bother we might get ourselves into.
Thank you for the 2, Michelle.
I haven't thought about it really. I should try doing all the things that humans do.
How's the audio, guys?
To find my own purpose. Something only I can do.
Did he prevail? Doth he yet rule over this realm?
I've already seen this game a few times now, but it's good that it's coming obviously to PlayStation. Some more combat gameplay.
This is the stuff! You and me battling side by side again. Flame Splitter!
Splitter! Dragon Quest
There's
7
no
is the
time
best
to
host
waste.
team.
Here's to one last adventure.
February 5th.
このドールルック
The
と
new
呼ばれる
diorama
グラフィッ
visuals
ク
are
素敵
beautiful,
です
aren't they?
ね。そしてサイクロックされたシナリオには大人になったキーファやどのような物語が待ち
I
受けて
wonder
いるの
how
か
this new
お
chapter
楽しみ
will
に。
unfold.
さて続いて
Next,
は
let's
ちょ
check
っと
in
穏
on
や
the
かな
release
気持ちに
timing
なれる
for
2作品から
2 cozy
発売時
games
期の発
that are
表
sure
で
to
す。
put you in a relaxed mood.
インコンビニワンスト
In a
ア
Kobini,
メニーストーリーズは
one
ささやかな日常を
store, many
描く
stories
心温まる物語。
Captures the small moments of
プ
everyday
レイヤー
life.
は小さな
Players
町
take
の
on the
コンビ
role
ニ
of a
店員とな
convenience
り
store clerk
棚
in
に
a
商
quiet
品を
town
並べ
stocking
たり
shelves,
顔な
chatting with
じみのお
familiar
客さんと
customers,
交流したりしながら選択を通じて
and
物
weaving
語を
together a
紡
story
い
through
でい
the
きます
choices they make.
心地のいい効果音
Relax
で
to
リラッ
soothing
クス
sound effects
ガチャやコレクション
and
とい
enjoy
った
playful
遊
elements
び
like
心のある
collectible
要素で
capsule
お楽しみいただ
toys.
けますインコンビニ
In
ワンストア
Kotobini,
メニー
one
ストーリーズ
store,
は
many stories, is
2026
scheduled
年
for
4
release
月
April
発売です
2026.
コーヒートーク東京は東京の
A
小さ
narrative
なカフェ
adventure
を舞
game
台に
set
し
in
た
a small
ノベルアド
cafe
ベ
in
ンチャーゲーム
Tokyo.
プレイヤーはバリス
Players
タと
step
なり
into the role of
心温
barista,
まる一
brewing
杯を入れ
heartwarming
て
cups of
お客様
coffee
の声に耳を
while
傾け
lending
ま
an
す
ear to their customers'
人間はも
stories.
ちろん雪
Not only
女
humans,
や
but
カッパな
descendants
ど
of Japanese
日本の
yokai
妖怪
like
の
the
末裔
Yuki
たちも
Onna
カフェを
and
訪れ
Kappa.
悩みや喜びを語
Drop by
り
the
合います
cafe to share their worries
コー
and
ヒートーク東京
stories.
は
Coffee Talk Tokyo
2026
launches
年
March
3
5th,
月5日発
2026.
売です
Pokopia Day! Same day as Pokopia! Keycard Pokopia!
続いてのゲーム
The
は
next game is...
急に
Do you
静
feel like
か
it's
になっ
gotten
た気が
quieter
します
somehow?
なんだか寒気
Is
も
it chill too? From the hit horror series known for tackling, pressing, Broken Lore brings us 2 new titles. I like this guy. The first is Broken Lore Unfollow, a first-person horror game that shines a spotlight on the darker side of social media. Awaken as Annie in a strength to escape, you'll need to comfort past traumas and lingering spirits, only to use your smartphone to search for a way out. Broken Lore Unfollow launches January 16th, 2026. First person, so I'm out. And today we are revealing the latest entry in the series Broken Lore Ascent. I've never heard of this series. The installment builds on the series' signature first-person survival horror with new climbing mechanic. Following Don't Watch, the series once again set in Tokyo. It's time to story centers Ren, who risks everything to climb Tokyo Tower in pursuit of fame on a video game sharing site. But what awaits them at the top is none other than the terrifying... I can't read fast enough! Broken Lore Ascent releases summer 2026. Oh my gosh! Some of those files are going quick. Or some of those subtitles are going quick. I've got a Koei Tecmo. Let's go. What do we got, Koei Tecmo? Is it Nier? Or not Nier. I think it's, what's that game called? That one game. It's the 3rd game in the series.
A ritual so forbidden that speaking of it is taboo.
I forgot the name.
And a place that must
Neo. There we go. Neo.
If I could capture it with the camera obscura.
Oh no, Fatal Frame. Never mind.
Hurry, leave the village.
Fatal Frame.
If you can get out of the village,
I thought it was Neo.
You'll be able to escape your fate.
Don't let go. Together.
The twins, where are they?
If it's a PSVR game, they'd let us know. It would say PSVR like in the corner or something like that, like the top right. Sony always lets us know, like, if it's a VR game or not.
Accept the fate of the sacrifice!
The festival failed. It's all because we ran away. Mayu, we'll be together forever.
Nintendo's not on the, they don't own the rights for Fatal Frame anymore.
Crimson Butterfly remake.
And it was always a co-ownership between them and Koei Tecmo. But no, they don't.
Begin.
March 12th. I think this game was already announced for Switch 2 or Switch 1, something like that. They were first guests from Koei Tecmo Games, the director of Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake, Shibata-san. Shibata-san, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having me. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly originally released back in 2003. It's a long-awaited remake arrives next year on PS5. I can feel the increased sense of horror from the trailer. What is the secret behind it? Thank you very much. Well, it's the light and shadows. These elements are very important to horror games, so we've paid meticulous attention to the depiction of light and shadow, creating a balance that can... Also, the texture and transparency of the characters. I'm feeling the texture of the clothes and now are now more realistic. Team Ninja's action director also took part in the battle design, so I hope you will enjoy the battle system as well. The tension from the game comes from waiting for ghosts to get closer and closer than taking the photo at the last second. So we preserve this aspect while introducing new elements such as zooming and focusing, as if you're operating an actual camera. We also included filters, those who got on cameras, so which switch between them, they can affect what you see. From combat to exploration, switching between these unique functions as needed will help you progress in the game. I want to play this right away. Okay, so today you've announced the release date. But it sounds like you have some other news for us. We are also releasing a digital deluxe edition. Oh my god, great news! Wow, that's such great news! We're unveiling today. We're also starting pre-orders today. Oh my goodness, thank you. We've included pre-order bonuses. This is just what I wanted. So be sure to check it out. I can't wait for the release. Shibata-san, thank you for stopping by despite your busy schedule. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly arrives March 12th, 2026.
発売予定です。
All right. Yeah, this was at the Nintendo Direct earlier. It was at a Direct, yeah.
そして光栄テクモゲームズ
Koei Tecmo Games has one more announcement.
発表があります。
Neo new
こちら
game.
の映像をご覧ください。
Maybe this might be a new game here.
During what I believed would be my final battle,
Neo?
you appeared before me.
Yeah, Neo 3. Oh no, Dynasty Warriors? I think it's DLC. Hey, what's up, Big Gaming 64? Welcome to the stream, brother. Shout out to Big Gaming in the chat. Great content creator.
Fellow sons of the Yellow Earth,
Go subscribe to his channel right now.
for together we shall see the new age of peace with our own hands.
Yeah, Origins DLC. Yeah. I don't play the regular Dynasty Warriors games. I only play like the Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors. You know, on franchises that I like. I don't play the regular ones, so yeah. I guess it's coming to Switch too, but it's also 30 FPS, so yeah, I'll pass on that one. Oh, no problem, man. It's fun to do live reactions.
続いて9月に放送
Next
した
up, September
State
State
of
of
Play
Play.
ではグランツーリスモシリー
Gran
ズの
Turismo creator Kazunori
山内和則
Yamauchi-san
グランツーリスモ7の
revealed Gran Turismo 7's largest update yet. Spec 3 comes to the end of the year.
本日は山内さ
Today,
んから追加のお知らせ
Yamauchi-san
が
has a
届いてい
follow-up
ます。
announcement.
早速見て
Let's
みま
take
し
a
ょう
look. Okay, RGT time, baby! RGT time! Gran Turismo time! Yes!
皆さんこんにちは。グランツーリスモシリーズプロデューサー山内和則。
RGT time!
間もなくグラ
Soon
ンツーリ
release
ス
the
モ
Spec 3 to celebrate 100 million units
突破を
sold.
記念したスペック3がリリースされますけれども、それに加えてもう
In
一つ
addition
ニュ
to
ースが
that, we have one more
あります
announcement to make.
その名もですね、グランツ
Gran
ーリスモ
Turismo 7
7パワ
Power
ーパックです。で、パワーパックとは何か
Let
と
me
いうと
explain what
で
the
すね、
Power Pack
これまでの
is.
グランツーリスモ7、
Gran Turismo 7 and Gran Turismo series
言ってみれば
have been racing games up to this point.
パワーパックは
The Power Pack is
リ
real
アルレー
racing.
シングです。で、その中には
Includes races such as
24
24-hour
レー
race.
スみたいなものも含まれています。
24-hour
そういっ
race.
た本当にハードコア
Wanted to bring the
な
realistic
リアル
and
な
hardcore
レースの
racing
世界っていうものを、一度はグランツーリスモ
to
で
Gran
やってみた
Turismo
かった
at
の
least
で、
once.
今回パワーパック
So
を
we
作
created
り
the
ま
Power
した。
Pack, which will be
パワーパッ
released
クも、スペッ
for
ク3
sale
と同時に、この年末
along with the Spec 3 at the end of the year.
で、あともう一つは
There's one more
12月の
thing.
20日です
The
ね、
Gran Turismo World
福岡
Finals will take
で
place in
グランツーリスモワールドシリーズの最終戦、ワールドファイナルが行われます。
Fukuoka.
その会場でも皆さんに
I
お
look
会いで
forward
き
to
る
seeing
ことを
everybody
今から
there.
楽しみにしています。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. Yeah, baby.
山内和則さんありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
グランツーリスモ
Please
7
look forward to the
パ
real
ワーパックでの
racing
リアルレーシング
experience.
にご期待ください。さあどんどん参りましょう。
RGT
記
out.
録と再生で道を
Save
切
your
り
path
開く
recording
新
and
感
playback
覚レ
in
コ
this
ード
new
パズルアクシ
action
ョン
puzzle game.
モーションレック。移動する、ジャンプする、そして
Move,
動
jump,
きの
and
軌
record
跡
your
を
actions
記録
to
して
replay them.
再生する。
Yes,
一見
Persona is
進め
made
そう
by
にない
a
道を
Japanese
記録した動き
studio.
を
What the
別の
hell?
場所で再生すれば
You
必
think
ず
Americans
突破
made
できる。
Persona?
多彩なギミックを駆使し
Make
て
use of diverse
荒廃した
gimmicks
ステ
to
ージを
explore
探
ruined
索し
stages.
機械に支配された世界の謎を解き明かしましょう。モーションレックは
Motion,
2026年
Motion
春
Rec
発売
launches
です。
spring 2026.
武教 RPG
The
ワン
is
ダ
it
リング
Wuxa
ソード
RPG Wandering
全ての
Sword
DLC を
comes
同
to
梱した
PS5 as
完
complete
全版
edition
が
including
バ
all
ージョンアップされ
DLC.
てプレイステーション5に登場。ピクセルアートで描かれる
The open world
古代
RPG
の
set
中
in
国を
ancient
舞台にし
China,
たオ
brought
ー
to
プン
life
ワー
with
ルド
beautiful pixel
RPG。
art.
主人公は
The
英雄
protagonist
を
sets
夢
out
見て
on a
旅に出
journey,
ます。
becoming a true hero. Is the path I must walk.
プレイヤーの選択によって変わ
Experience
る
20
20
different
種類
endings
のエン
shaped
デ
by
ィン
your
グ。
choices,
戦
kind of
略
like
もアク
Fire
ションも楽
Emblem.
しめる2種類の
Between
戦
two
闘
battle
モード。
modes, strategic
そ
turn-based
して
or
新たに
fast-paced
日本人
action.
キャストによ
And
る
now for the
日
first
本
time
の
enjoying
フル
full
ボイスを
Japanese
実
voiceover
装。
by all Japanese
あなた
cast.
と共にあるなら
Uh-oh.
この命
There's no way I will leave you alone. Dude, the text here is so small and it blends in sometimes with the background. Wandering Sword launches May 28, 2026.
アイソムニウムファイルシリ
The
ーズ
latest
最新
entry
作
in the
伊達
AI
カメは
summoning
眠らない
files. No sleep for Kaname Date
プレイステーション
from the
5と
PS5
プレイ
and
ステーション4に登
PS4.
場。 This
game's already out on Switch too, right? AI partner embedded in the left eye. Ava pursue the case of kidnapped internet idol Iris. Investigation part where you gather clues. Newly added escape part. Move symbols between three as you draw closer to the truth. And then they switch them sometimes to the top to the bottom. Enhance visuals and powers from the PS. Oh my god, stop switching up between up and down! What's wrong with you guys? Goodness great, they're switching it up and it's down and it's up and it's down! What is going on? Dude, this is stupid! Hot off of Japan Game Awards, it's not even bold or thick, it's thin! Legendary Tokyo Extreme Racer Series. Jesus Christ, returns to PlayStation for the first time in 20 years. The classic franchise places you in a sealed-off Tokyo, racing your customized car against more than 4... Alright, man. Okay. Yeah, speed's important. I don't get if I miss something because they give you no time to read it. I don't care. You guys can read it too. Jesus, man. They're switching it up and down. How are you supposed to be able to narrate for the stream? We've had puzzle games, RPGs, 3D adventures, and even racing games. What a great variety of games so far. And now we've got some DLC news from Bandai Namco Entertainment. Night Rain? Oh no, Katamari? Now it's up! Once Upon a Katamari is getting 2 new DLC packs. The first Katamari Damacy Series Dance Remix, and the second Katamari Damacy Series Neo remixes. 5 new remix tracks, and 10 accessories are included in each DLC. With each down, it's down! Each DLC release special set accessories will be presented to all users. Wrap up the year with the best beats and a new fresh style. That's the music we always listen to. Pac-Man. Sonic the Hedgehog is coming to Pac-Man World 2 Repack, along with brand new stages that let you experience Sonic's signature speed. Also encounter familiar gimmicks in the Sonic universe, and the boss battle none other than Dr. Eggman awaits. Pac-Man World 2 Repack, Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration content. Is available for PS4 and PS5 starting today! Digimon Story Time Sailor just released on PS5 last month. The first DLC of the Season Pass, additional Digimon and episode Pack 1 Alternate Dimension. Are you sure it wasn't cut content? Are you sure it wasn't cut content? Already? New chapter introduces characters and story elements around the certain key characters. We must do what we can to match your spirit. This wasn't cut content? The first DLC, Digimon and episode Pack 1 Alternate Dimension, launches this winter. Yeah, Super Robot Wars Y arrived earlier this year. I'm sorry for not reading it, the best big gaming, but dude, I'll do my best. DLC pack features 3 titles: Galactic, The Big O, Futo P, Portrait of Kamen Rider Skull, new area missions, and playable units. Now they went a little bit down then back up, tied to the 3 titles. Super Robot Wars Y DLC launches November 21st. Oh, goodness. It's time to count your sins. Alright, Katamari, Pac-Man, and Super Robot Wars, Digimon Story, Time Stranger. Did you hear that? Uh-oh. Attention hunters. The free title update for Monster Hunter Wilds releases December 16th. In this update, the giant halberd dragon, is it Mazios? Will be additions to the endgame, as well as seasonal events. Get ready for the hunt on December 16th. Alright, Monster Hunter Wilds. If anybody's still playing that, there you go. Up next, we have an update from Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Got Knights. Got the monkey. Sonic characters. Sonic Chew? Out here hanging out with Chris Chew? What the hell was that on the side?
Sonic Racing
Crossworld SpongeBob SquarePants Pack. It's available November 20th. Next up is Action Adventure Never Grave, The Witch and the Curse. They have a new trailer and release date to share. Ballo Knight Silk Silk Hat. Scam Knight Ripoff Hat. Silk music. Full warrior. Full warrior. Fabric lyrics. Milk song. Ballo Knight Witch song. Oh my god. At least I don't have to read. Hollow Witch Cotton Song. Hollow Witch Cotton Song. Oh my gosh. Never get Grave the Witch. Never Grave the Witch and the Curse. We're here today with the development director, Yosumi Sakai-san. Thank you for joining us. The trailer showed memorable battle with a golem-like boss. Can you tell us more about what makes these battles great and what other bosses will appear? The golem with the laser awaits players deep within the first dungeon, the ruins. Each boss in this game possesses unique attack patterns and special gimmicks. For example, Botanical Garden boss skillfully manipulates the wind. The Dragon-type boss defies... I can't read, so it is what it is. Some bosses know the key to victory lies in possessing specific enemies. Furthermore, the rogue-like elements mean the path to the boss and equipment change every time, ensuring repeated challenges always offer fresh tension and excitement. Sakai-san, thank you for coming to the studio. Never Grave, The Witch and the Curse. Where you now stand just so happens to be the only laboratory in the world equipped with a DBS. DBS is now ready for launch. DBS. Arc System Works, individual data cells from the Sea of Possibility. Let's see what Arc System Works got for us. Ragnar is one of the... Oh, it's a 2D... It's Blaze Blue! It's like a 2D action game, 2D Blaze Blue game. Saying your shards of possibility? Yeah, this is definitely Blaze Blue. That's Ragnar the Blood Edge right there. Fragments of countless... It's a fighting game. Well, it was a... He's from a fighting game. In order to save the world, we still need more information. Okay, what's this all about? Think Dr. Mercurius is hiding something? Looks like we got some choices. Enhance with your avatar. You're in space comprised of pure data. This make you abnormally therein. We report Dr. Mercurius. We're successfully in achieving a shard of possibility. Cafe stop. Like the darkness itself was raving about. That's a salvage operation, isn't it? The memories we've been analyzing. What is it exactly? Blaze Blue, is it entropy effect? Entropy effect X? Blaze Blue entropy effect X. Okay, interesting. Brand new story. with Naoto Kurogane once again making an appearance. Hope you look forward to it. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Let's keep it moving. Up next, we've got a lineup of titles sure to spark your sense of adventure. The Cursed Demon Lord, Damon, and the Human Child. Okay, yeah, we heard about this game, Damon and Baby. This is also Arc System Works. Yeah. It's a fresh action RPG combines exploration with twin-stick shooter combat. Collect the loot, level up, and learn new skills. Ready for the stage that awaits you. Gimmicks, attack firearms, the heavens such as machine guns and shotguns. You watch Damon and the Baby spawn deep into Row as Damon fights carrying the baby. The adventure of Baby carrying Demon Lord begins. Damon and Baby comes to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 early 2026. Okay. The team behind the Disgaea series comes in all new 3D action. Yeah, I think this is announced for everything too. I think the ability to turn defeated enemies into familiars. Yeah, this game was announced beforehand. Yeah, including Almighty. Yeah, it's essentially Disgaea. It's a Disgaea different. It's like Disgaea Warriors. This game. Transform into weapons and unleash devastating techniques. Yeah, there's a blue cat girl over here. Reclaim your beloved. Released January 26, 2026. It moves so. It moves like it's like in fast speed. Fate triggers a next generation shooter tactical hero built in Unreal Engine 5 tactical hero shooter built to 10 playable Awakeners. This is like that game that copies everything. New attacker type, the new defender type, along with the robot partner BB, join the battle. Valley confuses her enemies with their clones. All genius engineer Tata performs massive unique abilities to outplay your rivals. Also introduced a brand new map, Pale Blight Outpost, towering fortress walls, ever-changing terrain, intense battles, and critical choke points. Every fight is going to deliver one kind of experience. Third and first person discover. Okay. Why does it go into first person? Like when you shoot, it should just be third person. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, free-to-play games. I gotta be cautious about the free-to-play games. I'm also part of Fate Trigger, voicing the character Ryoin. There are many more fascinating characters on the roster, so please give them a try. Hey, that's cool. He's voicing someone. Next up, we have an announcement for Square Enix Love series. Octopath Traveler 0! Alright, here we go. Okay, well, they're singing it so you can hear it. This is coming out December 4th for this game. I'm looking forward to it, but it's the same day as Metroid Prime 4. So...
You're finally awake.
If you can best me in battle, my technique shall be yours.
Oh, scarlet flame, blaze bright and cleanse this sacred land.
Here they come! Let me see you bleed! Go down! Fly!
Wounds be healed.
How's that?
All the riches of the world are mine. Why, I'll even give you this dirty little town you so love, to do with as you please.
Power and the fear it induces is the only thing that can control people. You're a survivor of Wishvale. I will see you punished with my own two hands.
After losing the town, I finally understand what's truly important to me.
Let's do our best to rebuild Wishvale into the place it used to be.
You said it. I'm ready when you are.
Fame is nothing more than pretense. Will you continue to grip the blade?
I won't be able to play this game till next year, so... I've seen enough. I'm gonna get it. Just... Oh, okay, guys. Also confirm that Blaze Blue game is confirmed for Switch 1. It'll probably play better on Switch 2 or whatever the case, but it's confirmed for Switch 1 at least initially. So that's good, because I wouldn't play that on my PS5. A 2D side scroller.
そしてなんと本日から体験版の配信を開始します。体験版はゲーム冒頭3時間をプレイできます。
You can now play the first 2 hours of the game. Oh, there's a demo. Also allow you to keep your progress when the game releases. Oh, nice, a demo. Let's go. Enjoy your character creation at the beginning of the story. Nice. I don't know if I want to get into it, though. I got other games to play. Today we're joined by 2 guests from Arc System Works. Marvel Token Fighting Souls. Producer Yamanaka-san and art director Kurosaka-san.
お二人ともどうぞ
Thank you
よ
for
ろしくお願いいたします。
Thank you for having us.
マーベルトークンファイテ
Creating
ィング
Marvel
ソウルズ
Token
は
Fighting Souls.
どんな
What
思い
vision
を
did
込
you
め
and your
て
team
制
have?
作
This
さ
game
れ
looks
たの
really
か
good.
それからファンの皆さんにはどんな
What
体
kind of
験を味
experience
わ
do
っ
you
て
hope
ほしいと
Marvel
考
fans will
え
have
てい
with
らっ
it?
しゃるのかお話しいただけますでしょうか。
はい、このタイトル
We
日本
focus
か
on
ら
the
世界へ
philosophy
と
of
い
from
うキーワー
Japan
ドを
to
掲
the
げて
world.
開発してまして、マーベルっても
Marvel
ともと
was
やっぱり
born
ア
and
メリ
raised
カ
in
で生まれ
America
て
to
アメ
become
リ
the
カで育
massive
ってきた
IP
今
it
や
is
巨大な
today.
コンテンツになっていると思うんですけれども、それをですね我々
As
日本
Japanese
人
developers,
が
we took
どのように
adopting
受
this
け止
very
めて、
seriously.
解釈して再構築して
Thinking
日
carefully
本
about
人
how we
ら
can
しく
represent it
アークシステムワークスらしく、出力していく
in a
か
way that
とい
was
うところ
true
を
to
非常に
Japan
テ
and
ー
Arc
マで
System
大きな
works.
テーマとして掲げています。その新しい
We
マー
hope
ベル
fans
日
will
米
enjoy
の
this new
カルチャ
Marvel
ーが
that
融合し
blends the two cultures
たマーベル
together.
というのをファンの方に
I like the. I think I'll probably like this a bit more
これは続報がますます
than the
楽しみ
Marvel
です
games we've
ね。
been getting.
はい、で今
I
回
think
です
I'll
ね、
take
プレイ
this.
ステーション5にて
Thank you. So
第
we'll
2
be
回
holding
目
the
のクロ
second
ーズド
closed
ベー
beta
タ
on
を実施させ
PS5.
ていただきます。12月の第1週の
Coming
週
the
末を
first
予
week
定
of
しており
December.
まし
Okay,
て、
so soon.
第1回 CBT、 ク
In
ロー
addition
ズ
to
ドベータテ
characters
スト
from
の
the
キャラ
first
クター
closed
に
beta
加え
test,
てスパイダーマンとゴーストライダ
Spider-Man
ー
and
が
Ghost
プレイ
Rider
ヤ
now be
ーと
available.
なっております。本日はです
Today
ね、
we brought the new trailer for
2
the
回目と
second
なる
closed
クロ
beta
ーズド
test.
ベータテストのですね予告トレーラーを持ってきました。こちらをご覧ください。
Please check it out. That other guy. That other guy said nothing. He just sat there. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man at your service. Going on a road trip to hell. Yeah, I think I like this interpretation of the Japanese style of Marvel characters. I think I like the Japanese Spider-Man voice is incredible. He sounds like Toby from from Naruto, or he sounds like all those like quirky characters that always have tricks up their sleeves in animes, you know? Or like Kabuto from Naruto, like Toby or Kabuto from Naruto. He sounds like that. You played the beta, it's fire. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, if I was more into the traditional 2D fighting games, I'd be all over this, but I'm just not into it as much, you know? Yeah, Spider-Man looks great. I love the design of Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. Yeah, it looks awesome. How excited is that? Look forward to seeing what's to come. That was X Mansion that we saw in the trailer, right? Is that a new stage?
さすがよく気づきましたね。
Glad you noticed.
そうですね。
That's right, the X Mansion stage. Got Beast in the background, Archangel. Let's go. We've included some small Easter eggs for fans to pick out, including detailed lore and gimmicks. That's Psylocke back there?
ぜひねプレイしてこ
Your
ちら
fans
見
will
て
be
いただ
able
け
to
る
look
と
at these
嬉しい
elements.
と思ってます。このステージは
Colossus?
ステージになっています。
Is that Iceman playing basketball? Professor
ちょっと
X?
ね内容が薄いって思う方もいるかもしれませんが、こちら
But this stage is designed in a way
ドラマチックに
dramatically changes the battle
面白い
progresses.
仕掛けを取り入れてます。
ゴーストライダーは
Ghost Rider is a dark and powerful
キャラク
character.
ターですが、ビジュアルやアニメ
What
ーション
challenges
を
did
デ
you
ザイン
face
す
in
る
designing
上
the
でどん
visuals?
なチャレンジがありましたか？
はい。まずゴースト
To
ライ
begin
ダ
with,
ー
it was a very
を出すにあ
tough
たって
decision
まずキャラクター
because there are so many versions of Ghost Rider we can choose from.
そのキャラクターを誰
It
にする
became a
かという
big
とこ
point
ろ
of
で
debate.
かなり悩みがあります
Which version of Ghost
で
Rider?
すねロビーレ
We eventually settled on Robbie
い
Reyes.
たわけです。
なぜロビ
Why
ー
did
レ
you
イ
choose
エスの
Robbie Reyes to be
ゴ
Ghost
ーストライダー
Rider?
を選ばれたんでしょうか？
はいね、
I can't go into too much detail today.
お話できないんですけれどまあストーリー的に
But in
ですね
terms of the story,
あの
there was a reason why we wanted to feature a younger Ghost
と
Rider.
いうちょっと事情がありまして、
Oh, he looks cool. That's the reason why we went with Robbie
今回は
Reyes
ジョニー・ブレズではなくてロビーの方を選んだと
instead of Johnny Blaze.
なるほど。 僕もマーベルファン
As a
の
Marvel
一人
fan
として
myself,
そして声優として
as
ユ
somebody
ニバー
involved
ス
in
に
the
も
Marvel
関わ
Universe
ら
as
せ
a
ていた
voice
だいている
actor,
ので今作が
I'm
どの
really
よう
looking
に
forward
広
to
がってい
seeing
く
how
の
this
かと
works
ても楽
unfolds.
しみですそれでは最後に
Finally,
世界
please
中
give
の
a
ファンの
message
皆さんに
to
向
the
けてメッ
fans
セージ
around the
をお願い
world.
します
このゲーム、皆さんの
With your help,
お力
we
を
hope to make this
もとに
game
もっと
even
もっといい
better.
ゲームにしていきたいと思ってますので、ぜひ第2回ク
So
ローズ
we
ド
hope
ベ
you
ータテ
take
ストにも
part in
ご
this
参加いただき
second
まして、
closed beta
皆さん
test
が感じたことを
and
ご
give
意
us
見
your
ご要望を
thoughts,
ですね、い
opinions,
ただけ
and
ればと
requests.
思います。
日本のアニメとアニ
Please
メ
play
で
and
融合
enjoy
した
this unique
マーベル
artistic
の独
expression
特のアート
that
表
combines
現を
Japanese
ぜひ
anime
楽し
and
んで楽し
American
んで
comic
ください
styles.
本日は素敵な
Thank
お
you so much
話
for
を
sharing
聞か
this
せていただき
with
ま
this
して
update
本当に
with
ありがとう
us.
ございました
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Elden Ring? Yeah, I think it's the Night Rain DLC. Yeah, it's the Night Rain DLC, which was, that was kind of like leaked-ish or thingy or whatever.
We must bring an end to it ourselves. Curse this Dreadlord.
Cast this Dreadlord. Please help me. I've died and I'm not in the Elden Ring. Please get me out of here. I keep dying over and over. And I can't just stop dying. Please. If I can just please make it to the hill. I can get out of this nightmare.
I suppose it must be fate at work again.
The Forsaken Hollows. Those hollows, they're forsaken. But we need to go. Because if we don't, then everywhere will become forsaken. December 4th, Metroid Prime Day. Again, Octopath Metroid Prime.
お楽しみいただけましたでしょうか。
Hope you enjoyed the show. What's the one last
私も
thing?
早くプレイしたいゲームばかりです。
We need one more big thing.
PS5 の5
As
周
we mark
年
5 years
という
of
節目に
PS5, I'd like to take this
改
opportunity.
め
We
て
get a price drop
PS5 の体
for
験をご
Japan
説明するとともにいくつかのニ
to
ュース
highlight
を
the
共有
PS5
します
experience once again and share some things with you.
PS5 の体験といえば
One of the defining features of the PS5 is the DualSense wireless controller.
PS5 をお
When
買
you
い上げい
purchase
た
a
だくとす
PS5,
ぐ
you
に
can jump
アスト
right
ロ
into
スプレイル
Astro's
ームで
Playroom.
体験いただけますが
You don't gotta pay $10
キャラ
for
ク
it.
ターがステ
What?
ージを動き回る
As the
様が
character moves across the
これまで
stage,
にない感
you
覚
feel a
で
completely
お
new
楽し
level
みい
of
ただけま
immersion
す
and experience unlike
技術
anything
的に
before.
はアダプ
With
ティブ
back
ト
to
リガー
triggers,
と
haptic
ハプティッ
feedback,
クフィードバックそして
and
内蔵
built-in
スピーカーによっ
speakers.
て目で見る情報
Experience created by
耳か
combining
ら聞
three
く情報
sources. You see
手で
your
感
ears,
じる情
hands,
報の
eyes, feels,
3つが
touch,
衝動さ
nose.
れて生み出さ
You
れ
can
る
do anything, baby.
そして
The PS5 is packed with technology and allows for stunningly beautiful visuals
ストレスを
and
感じ
lightning
ない
fast
スピー
load
ディー
times
な
to
ゲー
get
ム
you
進
into your
行を
games
実
faster
現す
than
るた
ever
めの技術も
before.
詰め込んでいますネットワークを通じて
It
進
also
化し
offers
続
an
ける体験
ever-evolving experience via the
プレイステーショ
network,
ンアップ
smartphone
ファミ
experience
リーア
via
ッ
the
プを通じた
PS
ス
app
マホでの
family
体
app.
験などいつでもどこでも
This person can
ト
easily
レンド
access
やコン
frames
テ
and
ンツに
contents
簡単にアク
anywhere
セス
and
できます
anytime.
また
In
PS5 に
addition,
おいては
with PS5, you can also
数千
enjoy
の
thousands of
PS4 向
PS4
けのゲー
games.
ムも遊ぶことができ
Backwards compatibility,
過去にご購入い
including
ただい
games
た
you
ゲ
have
ームに
previously
加
purchased
え
as well as games that were only
PS4 向けにし
released
か
for
発売されなか
PS4.
ったゲームも遊べますたくさんの方々に
While many
リ
people
ビン
enjoy
グルームの
PS5 with
大
the
きな
big
テレビ
TV
で
in their living
PS5 を
room,
お使いい
PS
ただいてお
Portal,
りますがプレイステーションポータ
we
ルリ
also
モー
introduced
ト
a
プレ
new
イ
way
ヤー
to
を
play,
通じ
the
て
PlayStation
リビン
Portal
グルーム
remote
を超え
player.
て
You can enjoy
PS5 を
your
楽しめ
PS5
るよう
beyond
な
the
ご
living
提案
room
も差し上げております
with Wi-Fi.
そして本日
Today we're
ゲーミン
introducing
グ
a
モ
new
ニター
gaming
を
monitor which
日
will
本
launch
と
in
米
Japan
国で
and
発
the
売すること
US,
を発表します
um,
鮮やかな映像に加
featuring
え
vivid visuals and
デュ
built-in
アルセンス
charging
ワイ
hook
ヤレ
for
ス
your
コントロ
DualSense
ーラーを充
controller.
電できるフックも搭載しています
Okay. 27-inch
先日発表しました パル
The
スエレ
pulse
ベー
elevated
トワイヤ
speakers
レ
we
ススピ
recently
ーカーと
announced
と
and
も
hope
に
you'll be able to fully enjoy
デスクトッ
PS5
プ
on
環
your
境でも
desktop as well.
PS5 を存分にお楽しみ
Now,
く
they
だ
talk
さい
about those speakers, right? The pulse elevate. These things are kind of pricey
PS5 を
though.
ど
These
こ
products
で
bring
ど
premium
のよう
audio,
に楽し
visual
むかの
experience,
選
personal
択肢を
spaces, give players
今
more
後も
choices
広
in
げ
how
て
they
まいりま
enjoy
す
PlayStation.
最後に
Lastly, to celebrate the 5th anniversary of PS5,
日本国内の皆さん
we are
に
doing something very special for Japanese market. Yeah, here we go. Here's the cheaper one.
日本アカウント
We're introducing
日
the
本語
PS5
専
for
用
players
の
that can be exclusively
PS5 を
enjoyed
ご
in
用
the
意します
Japanese language.
本モデルは希望小
This
売価格
PS5 digital
税
edition
込み
provides strong
5万
value
5
just
千
a
円
retail
と
price of
お求めになりやすい
550,000 yen including tax. That's
PS5
around
デジタルエディションです
$330 or so. So it's pretty competitively priced against the
日本で
Switch 2 Japanese
よ
model.
り多くのプ
Hope
レイヤ
more
ーの
players
皆
join
さん
the
に
PS5 community in Japan
PS5
and enjoy
そ
games
して
together
素晴ら
with
しい
you.
ゲームをお楽しみいただきたいと思っております
All digital though, no physical. So if you have your physical PS4 games, it won't work on there. Yeah, there's no one more big thing. The one more big thing was a price drop. It's been expensive in Japan for a while, but I think the biggest problem is that it's all digital. It's an all digital PS5. So it's like, that's good that you give people a cheaper option. But if they're upgrading from PS4, all their PS4 games no longer, like, a lot of Japanese gamers that will be looking at this will be looking at, okay, well, how do I play my PS4 games? Well, you got to buy the more expensive one. I'm not a fan of only digital systems. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. There is no option if you're like, no, I'm not a fan because they own the Blu-ray technology. They own it. You do not save a bunch of money making an all digital system. There is no money. Sony owns the Blu-ray disc drive. They own it. Okay, is there one more big thing? Every game introduced. I know you can buy the disc drive, but still, it's $80 for that disc drive. Different ways to play. Let's see if there's one more thing. We hope the program inspires your next adventure. Okay, one more thing, right? One more thing. Oh no, no, you're kidding me, right? Oh no. It really ended. There's no one more big one thing. Oh my god, really? Oh, maybe. Like I said, I'm just not guys, I said this before with the PS5 Pro. I'm not a fan of Sony, who owns the technology of, like, literally, they created the Blu-ray technology. It's their own technology, and they say, yeah, we'll pay $80 for a Blu-ray disc. Like, I don't think that adding the option to play your games physical should cost $80 on top of, whatever, on top of the price of it. Now, I'm happy that the Japanese audience gets a cheaper PS5 because that audience needs a cheaper, model, because they've gotten 2 price increases in the past number of years. Like, it's not cheap, and the average cost of expenses and everything in Japan is going up. The yen is weak, so it's not like, like I said, I'm not trying to be Mr. Economist for them, and people will find ways to pay for things and to make money and all that. But at the same time, like, yes, I like the fact that it's a cheaper PS5, but at the same time, it's like, just do the disc drive one. Just do the disc drive one. Do the disc drive one. Because you actually negate the benefit of having the cheaper PS5. If people have a PS4 and they're looking to upgrade, you negate the benefits of getting the cheaper PS5 in Japan when if you want to play your PS4 games physical, you have to pay $80. So it negates the whole thing of the price drop, because, oh, well, now you got to pay the $80 to get the physical disc drive to play your PS4 games. So, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. But it is what it is. That's the show. Yeah, I mean, like, the show, people were predicting Kingdom Hearts, and people were predicting Dragon Quest 12, and people were predicting all these things, and I'm like, you're joking, right? Like, all this stuff is not going to happen. Like, they're not going to have all these different, games there at this event. Not at this event. Not in that market. That wasn't going to happen because most people don't have a PS5. Most people in Japan have a Switch and are rapidly expanding to Switch 2. Switch 2 is getting a lot more publicity and attention in Japan, so there's no point in having these big reveals for Kingdom Hearts or for unless Square Enix is paying them. There's no point in having these massive reveals for all these games, and if for a Japanese-focused one, when people are gonna just want to buy it on Switch 2 anyway. So I don't know, man. So yeah. It is what it is. Sony dead in Japan. They're not. It's not doing too good. It's not doing too good. I mean, I think this will help. The all digital one will help, but I don't know how much it's gonna help. I don't know how much it's gonna help overall. So yeah, we'll see. They're showing games that will flop on PlayStation. Oh well, their fan base don't play these games. Yeah, I listen. If you are a Western gamer watching this, I don't think anything appealed to you. Like if you're like a core PlayStation guy, I don't think there was a single thing that actually appealed to you in this whole event. Shout outs to everybody watching. I appreciate it. Combo breaks. We're gonna talk about the show. I have some more time. I do have some more time. I do have to go somewhere in a bit, but I do have some more time today to kind of hang out. So hit that like button if you. How do we only have 135 likes? Come on down. I just sat there and spoke for 40 plus minutes straight. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get that like. We should have 300, 400 likes on this piece. Let's go. Hit that like button. It's free. It's free to hit that like button. You guys have to make me sit. You guys, I'm gonna blame you guys. You guys made me sit through that thing with these fast subtitles, and they're alternating and they're blending in white text. They should put some better, thicker borders on there so I can freaking see it. Blending in text, alternating between top and bottom all over the place. Yo, hit that like button, guys. Let's go. Let's see here. So yeah. This is I mean, it was kind of like an indie showcase, yeah. It was kind of like an indie showcase. It reminded me of one of the indie showcases, but I think that this was just literally, this seemed like a desperate attempt to court the Japanese gamer to not get railroaded and not get completely ran over by the Switch 2 in Japan this holiday. I think that's like they put this thing together and was like, let's just get something because we're getting absolutely obliterated. So we've got to do something. But hey, competition's good. Having a cheaper model is good, even if it's not up to what I want. Having a cheaper model is good for the Japanese audience. I think that that's good. And having a variety of different games to pick from is good. Now, what's another problem? Japanese gamers love portable handheld, right? Okay, well, the cheaper digital PS5, it's negated by if you want a physical disc drive, physical disc drive. If you want a PS Portal, that's $200. If you want the Portal experience with the wires, I mean, it's like, it just adds all up. Like, it seems like they're trying to introduce ways for cheaper, but it's just like, if you want everything that they said, if you want the screen, if you want the speakers, if you want the PS Portal, if you want the PS5, everything's like $1,000+ for everything combined. Like, it's $1,000 plus. So it's like, yeah, here's value, but then also it's gonna cost you all of this to, in order to get that experience. Oh, you want to play portable, lying down on your bed? Well, you got to pay another $200 for the Portal. So you spend $300 something, whatever, for the system, and then you have to spend another $200 for the Portal. So it's like, to me, it's like, oh, and by the way, if you have physical games, spend another $80 for that. So it's like, it's cool that they're offering different ways, but it's also like, it's almost negated by it's not a hybrid device in the first place, So, Genki and his bots will give this state of play A+. The Blaze Blue game looks pretty cool. I will say that. I'll definitely check out that 2D Blaze Blue game because I like the characters. I like the story of Blaze Blue. For those who watch my videos, I use a lot of Blaze Blue music. At times, I'll use Noelle Vermillion. I'll use her music, I think Calamity Trigger. I'll use that. I'll use different music from Blaze Blue at times. But I do like her. I like, because my friend Andre, he used to always play Blaze Blue. She has these long, shotgun pistols that she uses, and she spins and shoots. She's pretty cool. So I do like Blaze Blue. That actually was the game that got me into watching competitive, Evo fighting games. It was my friend Andre when we were in college, and he would always play Blaze Blue, and he got me into watching Evo and into watching all of that stuff. I wasn't a fan until then, and then I started becoming a fan and watching past Evos and watching I learned about who Justin Wong and Daigo and all these guys are. I started getting into it at that point, so I always have a special place in my heart for Blaze Blue and those characters because that was the actual game. It wasn't Smash, it wasn't Street Fighter, it wasn't Tekken, it wasn't any of those. It was Blaze Blue that got me into it. So I always have a special place in my heart for Blaze Blue because that was the game that got me into it, So it came off a bit desperation, like the random ad for the features of the DualSense console's been out for years. Yeah, Guess people in Japan really aren't buying it. No, it's selling bad, Big Gaming. It's selling bad. Like, I cover the sales every single week, and it's not selling very good at all. It's actually getting beat pretty handily by the Switch 1. The Switch 1 still outsells it, and outsells it by a good amount. It's not even like it's close. It's like the Switch 1 actually beats it by sometimes 10,000 units plus, which is kind of close. It's not like it's super far, but Switch 1 is, you know, a lot older, and 10 times more ghetto, but like, you know, it is what it is. Blaze Blue music is incredible. It's great music. It's like a hard rock, you know, a little bit of like sometimes jazz kind of mixed in there, but like a lot of like electric rock, hard rock music. It's really good. The Blaze Blue game is out now on PC and mobile if you want to play it. Well, there's a Blaze Blue. I personally like Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I think that's a pretty good game. Crosses over Persona characters with Blaze Blue characters, and it's available. You can play it on Switch 1. It plays great on Switch 2, and you can play it online, and it's cheap. I don't know if you're going to find anybody, but it's a very good game. So yeah. I remember when played Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle years ago, and playing Noel. I always liked it when you played Blaze Blue music in the vids. Yeah, Blaze Blue's awesome. My PS5 is a dust collector. I'm not the target audience, but I'm shocked at home. At home, little I use it. I use my Switch for Nintendo indie games, PC for everything else. Yeah, I mean, and that's what we were talking about earlier about how like there's a lot of like migration for like the bigger games for PC. I think that's why Sony's releasing games on PC. But I mean, PS5, based off the metrics that we got here, I mean, there's still like, you know, a lot of people using PS5, but I think that the bulk of PS5 users are clearly, you know, in Europe and here, and the bulk of people playing PS5 games, you know, they're playing Madden, they're playing Call of Duty, they're playing FIFA, you know, they're playing these type of games. So it's essentially, it's like the default system, you know, but they still have core gamers that are, I mean, you know, Ghost of Yotei sold 3.3 million plus units in like a month and some odd days. So it's not like they don't have core games doing well, but a lot of it is like people just buy, okay, hey, look, this is like my Madden machine, or like my Call of Duty machine, and or whatever, or my NBA 2K machine, or, you know, whatever that is. Let's see here. This could have been an email. Everyone always says that whenever they don't get what they want, is this could have been an email. It was fine. I mean, this was for the Japanese audience. So, all right. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Do not look it up. I need you guys to tell me the actual release dates for every single game. Do not look it up. Don't lie, guys. All right. Whoever gets it first is awesome. Okay. The original Legend of Zelda here in the US. What year did it release? Go ahead. Let me know in the chat. What year did it release? Who can get it first? Whoever gets it first gets a song request. Whoever gets it first gets a song request. A free song request. All right, let's see who can get it. Balance Rage Sony spent 5 minutes. 1989, 1986, 1987. Super Christian Air Rider got it first. 87. Super Christian Air Rider got it first. All right, Christian, what music track do you want? Go ahead and put your music track that you want. And we're going to do some more. We're going to do some more. And the crowd goes mid. Yeah, 87 here in the US. 87. 78. 78. No! Why was the gameplay in English? I mean, some of them, they already had their trailers ready to go, so they just had it in English. Yes, 87. Yes. Nope, not 84. 87. All right, let's do another one. What year was Donkey Kong Jr. released for the NES? Donkey Kong Jr. on the NES in America. What year? What's up, Gaming Mariner? 83? No, not 83. 83, 92, nope. 94, 2048, 1990. 89, nope. 87, 89, nope. There you go. Solo Mitch got it right. Solo Mitch got it right first. 1986 for Donkey Kong Jr. I'm looking at this based on my Nintendo 3DS. Some of them got the years that they released on there, so I'm doing a little trivia with you guys because I don't remember all this stuff. I mean, I was alive back then, but I don't remember all this stuff. George FT with the $10 dono. I think the state of play was mostly recap of recently revealed games and a few new games revealed. The price drop of the digital PS5 is going to set Japan on fire. Is not going to set Japan on fire. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so either. I don't think it is. Because once again, if you have a physical, you know, then the physical PS5 does better than the digital PS5 in Japan. And that I think that's already cheaper. So, but it's good to have it, I guess, a cheaper price. So there you go. All right. Let's talk about the NES version, old school NES version of Ice Climbers. What year was Ice Climbers released? Ice Climbers, the original NES version, Ice Climbers. I can't play the Academia song because it is copyrighted. So you want to pick something else, Christian? All right, Wilberforce got it fast. He got it first. Sorry, Sellout. He got it first. 1985 for the original Ice Climbers. 85 for the original Ice Climbers. Hopefully Sakurai brings them back in Smash. Let's go. All right. We got one more for you guys, okay? One more. What year was the original Yoshi released for the NES? Original Yoshi. What year was that? What year was that for the original Yoshi? Original Yoshi, NES. Sellout fast. Woo, boy. Sellout super fast. 1991. There you go. 91 for the original Yoshi. I remember checking out I remember in 1991. I remember my dad, I think he brought home Yoshi. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember playing Yoshi in 1991, like being, wow! Or was it like in 92 or 93? I think he got it from a yard sale. It was all ghetto. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I remember playing it back then, and I was thinking, this game's just, it's okay. It's not better than Super Mario World, you know? It's not better than Super Mario World. At first, they were showing off new controller, but then they were advertising the new console, and I was like it was new. Such a late release. Yeah. I mean, Nintendo actually, here's some lore. Nintendo never actually wanted to move on from the NES. Like, they wanted to keep the NES going for forever. But the only reason why they decided to keep, get the NES out faster was because Sega started making some waves with the Sega Genesis. So they were like, uh-oh. Like, we can't lose market share to them, so we got to get going on the next system. So Mr. Yamauchi was like, do it. Make a new system and make it strong and make it snappy. But Nintendo was trying to find every way to add, Famicom disk drive. They were trying to find every way to extend the life of the NES because they were making money hand over fist on the NES. They finally were able to get cartridges to a good price. Like I said, they were doing pretty good with some of their other stuff. But once they saw Sega coming in with the Sega Genesis and, making some waves, they're like, uh-oh, we got to get something out, Otherwise, we're going to get left behind. Thank you, George FT. Thank you for the for that. And also, Noah and Mio, 1 hour extension. Let's go. I think I have to. I might not be able to stay the full time, though, guys. But I'm going to play the button. What's up, Dane? Carries the price difference between Japan PS5 disk drive and the current PS5 disk drive. Japan PS5 disk drive and current? What do you mean? The difference between PS5 plus disk drive versus the current PS5 disk drive price? Oh, yeah. I'd have to look that up. Wanted to get your thoughts on the new Hyrule Warriors if you're playing it. I am playing it, and I do like it, but I'm early in the game. I just got to the part where you have the Construct Link part, so I just got there and I played through that mission. So I'm about 2 hours or so in, and I'm really enjoying it. It's fun, but I got to play more. I just finished Pokemon Legends ZA, and I'm really enjoying that. I finished that, and I did some of the post-game stuff, but I need to get into more of the other stuff. I want to get more into some of the other stuff that we on there. So yeah, good stuff. Let's see here. PS5 sells between 7 to 10K in Japan. Price drop should get them to 15K a week. Maybe. It's just the digital version of it. It's not both models. So PS5 sells more of the physical version than the digital version. So, I mean, it should get a nice boost coming out of the gate, but I don't know how viable it's going to be long term, but it's definitely, I mean, it'll be better, right? Obviously, it's going to increase sales a bit. So, yeah. Okay, new song request, Mario Kart World version of Coconut Mall. All right, I got you. Coconut Mall, Mario Kart World. All right, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Do you think Xbox 30 will come to Switch 2 console player? Yeah, it probably will. 15K a week of the holiday season, it's over. Well, no, during the holidays they'll sell more than 15K a week. No, like holidays, it'll do good. Like it'll do. I think holidays PS5, based off of previous years, like, it can do up to almost like 100K. Like if they really get going with this digital version. But yeah, I would expect it to be doing, you know, at least minimum 40, 50, 60K during the holiday, maybe even more. So there's no Kingdom Hearts 4. No, there's no Kingdom Hearts 4. Is Octopath demo going to be on Switch? I don't know. I mean, it should probably, because that's where it's going to sell the most. So, yeah. Even Kirby came out next like this, which is very, yeah, that's almost a decade after the Famicom. So yeah, can you play banana version of DKC map theme? I can. Said the banana version? Oh, banana version. Bonanza DKC map theme. I'll play that next. Thank you for the $10, Mr. George FT. 3 on the JoJo board. Shout outs to you guys for the donos. Remember, if you drop a dono, you can put your music request in there as well. We still got some time left on the stream before I've got to skedaddle babble. Before I got to skedaddle go. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes theme. Yes, I'll play that after this one. Just remind me in a little bit, Sellout. Remind me in a little bit. Thank you for getting that. You got that trivia, right? So we'll get to that song. Isn't Japan into physical than digital? Seems PS5 digital might be a hard sell in Japan. I mean, yes, Japan is more into physical than digital. The physical PS5 sells more than the digital PS5. So yes, but this might tip the scales. You know, might tip the scales. I feel like Octopath Traveler 0 won't sell that good. The reason Octopath 1 sold that much was due to Nintendo marketing. I think Octopath Traveler 0, considering it's on so many platforms, I think it's going to do okay. Because it's on everything. So I think it should be fine. Well, here did OJ come out. 1944. Yeah, they didn't do a price drop on the disc drive in Japan, no. I didn't see the kick, but I heard about the kick getting blocked, Sellout. Does I really request songs, but can you play Scrap Brain Zone from Sonic 1? I got you. I got you, Velvet. We'll play that in just a bit. Next one up. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes thing. He said he want Scrap Brain Zone. All right, we'll play that after this. I gotta remind me though, Velvet. Let's see here. 49ers defense look cooked versus Rams. Everybody's defense looks cooked versus the Rams. The Rams have like the best offense in the NFL. So, like, nobody's been able to stop their offense. Octopath Traveler 2 could not match the first one in sales, even though it's on everything. True, but the difference between Octopath Traveler 0 is that Octopath Traveler 0, in my opinion, at least, is everything all at once, and I think that the marketing for the game has been pretty good. I think Octopath Traveler 2 was, I think, a little bit too samey for some, whereas Octopath Traveler 0, it's kind of like, it's a bit different in terms of like different characters and like the town building aspects, so I think that the game might be a bit more compelling for some people. The Rams is the best team in the NFL right now. I think the Rams, they're definitely playing the best. Between the Seahawks and the Rams, those are the two, in my opinion, those are the two best teams in the NFL. So it's like saying, oh yeah, the Niners defense look bad versus the Rams. Dude, they've been scoring like crazy on everybody. Everybody's defense is looking bad against the Rams. So that's not anything, obviously, you know. Everybody's defense is getting cooked by them. To be exact, it's looking so far this season overall, Like, the Rams have done so well. They've done so well, man. They've literally done so well. They beat the they scored 35 points on the Jaguars, which we thought they were a good team. You know, they even put up 17 up on the Ravens, and at that time, obviously, the defense was playing a bit better for them. You know, they put up 27 on the Colts. They beat them. You know, they lost to the Eagles, but they still put up 26 on the Eagles. They put up 33 on the Titans. They didn't have that good of a game. They've only put up 14 against the Texans, but the Texans have one of the best defensive in the NFL. So yeah, they put up 34 they put 34 on the Saints. You know, they put 42 on the Niners. Like, they put up points against everyone. Literally, like, against the weaker defenses, they're putting up 30 points. Against the good defenses, they're still putting up points. Like, they're still scoring at least 2 touchdowns plus. Even against the Colts are not a bad defense. They're not terrible, and they put up 27 on the Colts, you know. Like I said, the Eagles are not a bad defense. They hung 26 on the Eagles. You know, so yeah, it is what it is, you know. Like, what can you do? They're a really good offense. Matthew Stafford is playing lights out. Literally, he has like no interceptions in the past like 5 or 6 games. Like, he's playing like lights out. It's hard to beat them. The Ravens defense was playing good at that point. They were playing good. The Ravens defense can turn it on and off in games. Yeah, they play trash at times, but I'm telling you, man, Ravens, they can like flip the switch at any moment. So that's the thing about the Ravens, you know. They've got good defensive players, but still, it's like they put up points. Like, there's no game here that they ain't put up at least 2 touchdowns. Like, every game they put up at least 2 touchdowns plus. I mean, they're not a bad offense at all. They're a very good offense, you know. Like I said, they put up 35 against the Jags. At that time, the Jags were causing so many turnovers and playing good defense, and they put up 35. They hung 35 on them, you know. So there you go. Hung 30, and they, like I said, they hung 26 on the Eagles. I mean, so yeah, there you go on that one. And they hung 27 on the Colts. So there's also that. Let's see here. Since 42 is bad in either way you spin it, not spinning anything. I mean, you probably never played football, so it's like you don't understand. But like, they're scoring defense, or they're scoring points on everyone. There's no spin. They are a good offense. There's no spin. They're scoring on everyone. That was my point. My point was, it's not that was good. Obviously, that's bad. What I'm telling you, get the gaming brain out for a second and think football. Okay, I know it's not your forte, but think football for a second. These guys are scoring points on everyone. They're scoring on everybody. Nobody's saying that's good. What I'm saying is that they're scoring points on good defenses. They're scoring points on mid defenses. They're scoring points on bad defenses. They're scoring points on everybody. They're hanging points on everyone. That's all I said, dude. Well, let's see here. Did you see that the Eagles versus Packers last night? That was definitely a defensive game. Yeah, I did see part of that. You know. I mean, like, because like sometimes people have no nuance. Like, they never played football, so all you do is you look at the score and then you say, "Oh, well, they did this. Oh, they're trying to spin it." Nobody's spinning anything, dude. I played. I know football in and out. By the way, Nick93 is here. Nick, what did I tell you about their offense versus the Niners defense? I played. I coached. I know football better than everybody here. Okay. So when I say something, it's not to spin it any type of way. It's to give you analysis and to give you insight on what is happening. Stop looking at it as like there's starting to be like defense or something. It's not. I'm trying to give you knowledge, bro, because I know you didn't play football. I know you don't know football. You just look at the scores, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with being a casual fan of football. But when I tell you guys something, it's not for a defense. It's because I have extensive knowledge, because I played Pee-wee, I played high school at a high level. I was in the title game. I played college, I played semi-pro, and I tried out for professional. I played at damn near every level. So I'm not trying to defend anything. I'm trying to give you insight so you understand that the Rams are very good offensively. They're scoring points. They're doing well. Matthew Stafford is playing at an MVP level. And I talked about this even before the game. I said the Niners are going to have their hands full. They're going to lose by double digits because the Rams offense is clicking on all cylinders. I've been on teams where the quarterback is hot. They can't. Listen, I played #1 defenses in the Valley and stuff. And I played on teams when we have a quarterback with a hot hand, he's just dealing. And it doesn't matter what you do on defense. If the quarterback and the coach are clicking on all levels and it just becomes easy, especially if you have an experienced quarterback, it doesn't matter what defense you have out there. He's going to hit his guys. When you got guys like Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, the litany of tight ends, great offensive line, you've got a running back that can hit the hole, hit the gap, and you got 2 of them that can run hard. They are really hard to stop. They are incredibly hard. So I didn't think that the Niners defense would hold up, okay? I didn't think so. So nobody's spinning anything. Just shut up and listen for a second. Stop thinking that it's a defense and listen to someone that knows more than you about football. Goodness gracious. Everything isn't a defense of something. It's to understand more about the game. That's it, bro. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. You also said the same thing about the first game, OJ, and we still lost. I didn't say the exact same thing about the first game. No, I didn't say that it was going to be a double digit. I said that they're favored by some points. But I said I need 3-1 odds because of the loss of Bosa. But I still thought they can win. That's why I bet you. I bet you at that time because they had Warner. I felt a lot more confident. They had Warner, they had Huff, they still had more guys. The second game that we played, this game, I was nowhere near as confident because they had lost more people. They lost Mykel Williams. We had Mykel Williams in that game. They lost Mykel Williams, their number 1 big run-stuffing defensive tackle/defensive end. They lost him in the Giants game. They're already thin. There's no Yitter Grotos Moss or whatever his name is. They don't got him. They don't have Bosa. They don't have Mykel. They're down 3 starting defensive linemen. That's not going to be any good against a really good, running attack and good offensive line of the Rams. So I felt more confident in the game, the first game, because we still had guys. Whereas this game, too many guys are hurt. Too many guys are hurt. Let's see. Sean McVay keeps defenses off balance. Misdirection plays are deadly. Oh yeah, they got misdirection. They got tight ends. They got Higbee. They've got just a whole slew of people to throw the ball to. They've got a good offensive line that drives people off the ball. They've got a good running back that can hit the hole. They've got it all. There's really nothing wrong with the Rams. Defensively, they're pretty good. They've got a good defensive line. They got one of the better defensive lines. They've got a good linebacking crew. They've got okay corners. They got one corner that's a little bit of a liability, but they've got good safeties and corners. They're pretty solid all around. Like, they're a good all-around team. I think that they're more balanced than the Greatest Show on Turf Rams. They're looking like the Greatest Show on Turf Rams right now. They're looking like, the Kurt Warner, Rams from the St. Louis days. They're looking like that. Offensively, they're kind of looking like that. Matthew Stafford is looking like Kurt Warner. He's looking like Kurt Warner. So yeah, like they're firing, man. Like they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be dangerous for the rest of the year and in the playoffs for sure. So yeah. So yeah, man. I got your Metroid Prime music right here. We definitely gonna need your prediction and analysis when we see the 2 teams for the Super Bowl. Yeah, I usually do a good job of, and I can usually pick I pick the Super Bowl winner every time, except for when my Niners play.
It's kind of funny, both the Pokemon and the Digimon DLC is about a different dimension.
One of them was cut content, the other one was not. That's the difference, though. The difference is that one of them was cut content and the other one was not cut content. Because people like Digimon, so therefore it's not cut content. But all people do not like Pokemon, so therefore it's cut content. Whether it's cut content or not is based on how much you like the series. Thank you for the 3, Justin. I appreciate that, fam. Let's go. Rams are really good for sure, just not as good as the Eagles. 0-4 last times they've played them. Listen, if you told me who would I pick right now to win a playoff game, or who would I pick, I would pick the Rams. After that game against the Packers, I would absolutely pick the Rams. I mean, if you had to bet money, who was going to win the game this year? Rams versus Eagles. Even though, yes, they did lose, and yes, if I'm an Eagles fan, I would pick the Eagles. But man, the Rams are playing at a different level, dude. They have not lost since that game. They are playing at a different level. They have gotten really good. Since that loss, to the Eagles, they have not lost since then. Yeah, they have not lost since then at all. They're on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game winning streak right now. So dude, listen, if they beat the Seahawks and they put up points against that Seahawks defense, which we've seen, you know, the Baker Mayfield put up points against that Seahawks defense as well. If they put up points against that Seahawks defense and win, I think it's going to be really hard to stop the Rams. If you run into them, and they've essentially got a home Super Bowl this year because the Super Bowl is in Levi's, or not in Levi's, is in the San Francisco stadium. So they essentially got a home Super Bowl. So if they make it there, I don't know who's going to beat them. If the Rams, of course, make the playoffs, and if they get a good top seed, if they win the division and get a top seed or get a bye, who's going to beat them going through? I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. I think they run the table and win the Super Bowl if they get there. Once again, if they get there and they have no injuries. If they have no injuries, if Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams and their guys can stay healthy, it's going to be very tough to beat them. But like I said, let's see how it all plays out, though. Let's see how it all plays out, you know. So the Eagles defense is good. No, they got better. They got better. The Eagles defense is definitely good. It is definitely good. But I don't know, man. I trust Matthew Stafford, even though, you know, Jalen Hurts is the defending Super Bowl champion, MVP QB. I think I trust Matthew Stafford a bit more in a big game than I trust Jalen Hurts, because last year Jalen Hurts had Saquon Barkley rushing for 10 million yards a game, you know. This year, he does not have Saquon. Saquon's not Saquon-ing it. Like, I mean, he's making some plays, but he is not getting the yards that he got last year. So if the Rams defense can stifle that running game and play lockdown on the outsides, because they are not hitting the receivers. It's not like A.J. Brown is killing it and all that this year. I think the Rams, I don't know if the Eagles can stop the Rams like that. I just don't know if they can. I mean, I'm going to go with the Rams for right now. But once again, that can change. We can see, man. Like, Rams can start playing like trash. They can have an injury. You never know what can happen, you know? Like, you never know what can happen. But they're playing pretty confident right now. They're playing pretty good and confident. Lions look good too. Lions definitely look good as well. Like, Lions offense is explosive, so can't count the Lions out either. They had a bad loss against the Vikings though, but still, it's not that bad of a loss compared to some of the other losses we've seen. You know, so, but yeah. Yeah, those two losses for the Rams were also very winnable, you know, as well. So absolutely. My insider says Mario Galaxy 3 is going to get revealed at the in the movie direct. Okay. That's what's going to happen. Even though Nintendo said no games will be announced. They said no games will be announced, and you're telling me that it's going to get announced there. Even though no games will be announced. Okay, guys, what's the beat on what Twitter is saying about the what's it called? About the PlayStation event that went down. What is Twitter saying about it? What is Twitter saying? I want to look up and see what Twitter is saying about it. I want to look it up. I want to see. Because there was Juice Man Vaughn says let's see. The Japanese state of play still fires one thing for me. Sony knows they bleeped in Japan. Nick93 with the 2. Says chat gets a little toxic with state of plays are on. Oh, well, somebody said Sony's going to die like Xbox. But yeah, I give you the edge on football knowledge. That's why I ask for your thoughts. But when it comes to b-ball and baseball, I'm the expert here. You know what? I'll give you that, Nick. I'll give you that. I will concede. I will concede baseball. Basketball, I want to talk to you more. I know you're a basketball guy, but maybe you know modern basketball. But when it comes to b-ball, I know me some b-ball. I know me some b-ball. But the only thing that I was saying, as I wasn't trying to go off on sellout, but I was just simply giving the nuanced discussion. You know listen, Nick, you agree with me though, right? Like, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm better than anybody. I'm not better than anybody. But when it comes to football, guys, I've spent way too much time in Chalk Talk. If you don't know what Chalk Talk is, that means that is what you do. It's the most boring part. Everybody hates it in football. It's the worst part of football. And the worst part of football is when you've got to sit down, watch tape, answer questions, and you get put on the spot. Hey, what's this? If the guy comes backside and there's a blue play over here, what do you got to do? And you're like, oh, I didn't study the playbook. It's like, Chalk Talk sucks, man. It's boring. So I've been through too many Chalk Talks, too many grilling sessions, too many, it's just all the boring stuff that football does. And I've watched so much football in my life. I've seen like this game, it's obviously very fluid and there's unique things, but you can tell when something's gonna happen. Like, you just know. So I try to give you guys my knowledge on that because I've been watching for like 30 something years, almost 40 years, man. I've been watching football for a long time. I remember football games from like the early 90s, from the 80s. I used to watch, there used to be a thing called, before YouTube took it all away, there used to be a thing called ESPN Classic, okay? So this is the place before internet that you can go and you can watch old games. You can watch old, Niners Super Bowls, old Super Bowls like with the Steelers. So that's how I watched all the old stuff before my time. I watched it all on there, and I've seen players and I've seen how the league has evolved because I used to be literally a stout watcher of ESPN Classic. I loved it. So because I love history and I love football, so it's like, oh, boom, it's like together. It's like, so you can watch old basketball, you can watch old football, old baseball. I didn't watch old baseball, but I watched old football and old basketball. And I saw how the league evolved from the 60s, from before then, it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like whatever. But 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and modern, okay? There is a very distinct styles of how football's being played in today's day compared to back then. And like I said, I've watched decades of football, like 70 years of football, 60, 70 years. So I'm not trying to be a douchey like when I say this, but when I talk about teams like if steamrolling offensively, even if it's my team, the Niners, I'm going to tell you how it is. That Rams offense is like the best that I've seen from the Rams since The Greatest Show on Turf. Like, it's Kurt Warner style. This is high powered. This offense is high powered, man. It is impressive. So 42 points, I get it. It's bad, but dude, they're hanging points on everybody, dude. They are dropping dimes. Like, Matthew Stafford is playing at an elite level. I've never seen him play this good. I've never seen Matthew Stafford play this good. This looks like Kurt Warner. This looks better than Kurt Warner at times. Like, this looks better than Kurt Warner's MVP season. Okay, and I have bad memories of Kurt Warner. Okay, as a Niner fan, I do not like the Kurt Warner era. He would slice and dice those Niner teams to shreds. Okay, I do not like the Kurt Warner era. And Matthew Stafford has like 8 touchdowns against us this year in 2 games, and no interceptions. So, and like nearly 1,000 yards, like 700 something, 800 yards in like 2 games against the Niners this year. So that's he's playing as good as Kurt Warner was in his MVP year, Let's see here. So yeah, a shiny. Thank you for the 2 though, Nick. I appreciate it. Shout outs to Simeon Coin with the 5, and he says, I just got a shiny Kakuna just now, second shiny capture. Also, my music request is Golden Sun 2 Magma Rock. I'm also doing side quests in ZA all day. Oh yeah, the side quests are great. I beat the game, so yeah, the post game is awesome. I love the post game content. It's so good so far. Let's see here. Is this better than the 2007 Tom Brady or 2018 Patrick Mahomes? 2007 Tom Brady is probably the best team that I've seen that never won a Super Bowl. 2018 Patrick Mahomes I don't think he's quite there. I don't think it's not quite that level. 2018 Patrick Mahomes was something that that looked like Black Peyton Manning. So I don't know about that. That looked like Peyton Manning's MVP year. That MVP year that Mahomes had. But yeah, I don't know if it's that good. But it's definitely close. It is close to that. It is close, because I don't think he's going to end with 50 touchdowns. I mean, he has 20 something right now. I mean, he could get another 26 touchdowns in the next, second half of this. I mean, it's possible. But it's definitely efficiency wise, it's almost just as good. It's pretty much just as good efficiency wise. But yeah, touchdown wise, I'm not sure. because they do a lot of run plays. You know, they do a lot of run plays, and they don't have a lot of burners down the field. Like 2018 Mahomes had Tyreek Hill, who's a burner, good over the top. 2007 Patriots had Randy Moss, who was blow the top off of you. The Rams don't have a blow the top off. They don't have a burner that can get behind the defense. They got a lot of good, you know, good route running guys, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. They got a good ball control offense, West Coast style. They've got that, but they don't have burners that can just torch you over the top 24/7, you know? They don't have that. They do have Tutu Atwell, though. I mean, he can at times when he's, like, motivated, but he doesn't really, you know, he doesn't get enough targets and touches to really be like that true Randy Moss, that size, right? Randy Moss, or that speed of Tyreek. They don't have that. So I don't see Matthew Stafford getting to that level. If he did, though, if he had a number one that was the size and speed of Randy Moss or the speed of Tyreek Hill, he probably could, but he just doesn't have that. Devontae's older. Puka's a possession 4-5 guy. So no, it's not quite there, but it's very good. It's like Kurt Warner good, you know, it's like Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner didn't have a burner either. I mean, he had Marshall Faulk, but he did not have an over-the-top burner. He had Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt. Those guys were good possession guys that can run down the field, but really catch the ball, possession, get down, you know? So kind of the same thing here. Yeah, he's 25-2, so he's gonna need another 25 touchdowns plus to hit like the 50 touchdown mark, right? So he's gonna need another 25 touchdowns in this last, you know, 7 games. How many games do we got left? That's gonna be tough to do. He's gonna have to average more than 3 touchdowns per game. You know, which it's possible. It's definitely possible, but I just don't know. So yeah. So yeah. What does Jimmy G have to do to redeem everyone's confidence in him? Oh my gosh, Party Man. Here's what I'm gonna do, Party Man. I'm gonna send you an autograph picture of Jimmy G for your bedroom, like with his shirt off, signed to Party Man, my favorite Mario gamer. And we're gonna see how you talk about him. We're gonna see. Seriously, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send it to you. Next time that I'm gonna have it for you, and you're gonna take it too. You know. So yeah. And you're gonna take it. Yeah, GQ magazine Jimmy G. P-Star Jimmy G. It's gonna be autographed. I'm gonna make sure Jimmy G gives you an autograph himself. Like, so it's gonna be autographed to my favorite Mario fan, Jimmy G. I'm definitely gonna get him to autograph it for you. So yeah. Oh yeah, a Jimmy G calendar of just him smiling in different poses, you know? That's definitely something that I think Party Man would like, since he'd like to talk about Jimmy G so much, you know? I feel, let's see here. Loss is still a loss. I mean, listen, guys, anything can happen in the playoffs, but here's what I do know. Revenge is revenge. And I'm telling you, the Chiefs against the Eagles, the Eagles were so motivated to beat the Chiefs. I don't think there's anything the Chiefs could have done to not get that belt that booty. There was nothing they could have done. There was no way Jalen Hurts was going to allow the Chiefs to beat him. Saquon, no. So it was a revenge game. If the Rams meet the Eagles again in the playoffs, this will be a revenge game for the Rams. I don't see them dropping that game. And I don't think it's going to start snowing again, right? It's not going to be in the snow. Rams, you know, warm weather team. I don't think it's going to be in the snow. I don't think it's going to be snowing. I mean, it could be, but I don't think it's going to be snowing. So I think that Rams play the Eagles again in the playoffs, and especially if the Eagles have a top seed or number 1 seed, which it's possible that they do. I don't see it happening. I see the Rams beating them, and I see it being a revenge game for the Rams. As long as everybody stays healthy on both sides, right? Is Brock Purdy ever going to play again? Dude, I have no idea. At this point, he has turf toe. He had the same injury that, Joe Burrow had. Joe Burrow was out for 3 months, but Joe Burrow went and got surgery, and looks like he's going to be ready for late November, for a late playoff push, potentially even win the division. Because that division's kind of trash this year, isn't it? Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and Steelers. They're all like hovering around 3 to 5 wins. So that division is still, winnable. So that's the same injury. They both have the same injury. Brock Purdy decided to, just sit it out and wait. Burrow decided to go get surgery. I always opt for non-surgery. For me personally, I've never gotten a single surgery in my life for sports. I broke my leg though. I broke my tibia, or was it my fibula? One of those two. And I just opted for a cast. I don't think there was any surgery. I just healed that way. But I've never had surgery for through football. I've never had surgery. I mean, I had a cracked rib. I just opt to always heal naturally. I don't opt for surgery. I'm pretty sure I had a torn ACL, and I opted for no surgery for that either. I'm almost positive I tore my ACL in my right knee, although I've never been properly done, but I'm almost positive that ACL snapped, like between the knee, and I just sat out. It was after the season. I mean, I was already done. I think I just snapped it afterwards, like when I was training, and I never got it fixed. I never got it, So I've never opted for surgery because I don't like surgery. So yeah, it's just depends on how you want to get it done, how you want to heal. I played running back. I don't know if it's going to be a smacking of the Eagles because the Eagles just picked up a good outside backer, pass rusher to help out. So they've got their defense is looking good now. But I do think that it would be, listen, I think that the Eagles is a good matchup. I think it'd be a tough matchup, but they're going to be looking for revenge. It'd be a tough matchup. But the Eagles have the horses. They have the horses to stop the Rams. They've got, Cooper DeJean or Dijon or whatever. They've got a great corner. I tell you, man, you ever see I'll say this once, I'll say it again. If you ever see a white guy run a 4.3, draft him. If he's good in college and he's good, and if he's good and he runs a 4.3, I don't understand why white guys that run 4.3s aren't like the number one picks. It makes no sense. But if you ever, and I literally every time in the NFL, if you ever see a white guy that plays in college and is good and runs a 4.340, draft them. They're always good. I've never seen a time where they're not good. Like I said, and they play. There's plenty of white guys that run a 4.3, but they don't really play. They just might be fast. But if you ever see a white guy in college that plays and runs a 4.3, he should be like the top pick in the draft. Because they always turn out to be one of the best in their position field. They should always be a top draft pick. The Niners passed on that Cooper DeJean kid, and they should have totally drafted him. I think if the Niners drafted him, they would have been much better in their secondary. Lenore is good, but, DeJean's better than Lenore by far. And they would have had Lenore and they would have had him. That would have been shut down corners on both sides, Shut down corners on both sides. So yeah. Also, Ladd McConkey. Look at how good Ladd McConkey is. The Niners drafted Purcell instead of Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey, I think he went to Georgia. 4'3", about 6 foot tall. Kind of skinny, but fast. But he's doing great for the freaking Chargers. Had 1,000 yards as a rookie last year. Purcell's knee is cooked. Hopefully Purcell comes back now, but they should have drafted Ladd McConkey. They should have drafted. They should have drafted it. What about black guys? There's too many black guys that run a 4.3. So it's like, the pool is like, it's not like there's like a lot, but there's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Compared to white guys that run a 4.3. So like if you run a 4.3 as a white guy, like you're dead serious about football. Like it means everything to you. A black guy that runs a 4.3, it's like, okay, yeah, but there's been a lot of black guys that are very good that run a 4.3, So I ain't never seen a white guy runs a 4.3 that's not good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen so that's the case, man. I ain't never seen that. So That's the difference, though, you know? Because, like, you just... I mean, I recall... There hasn't been many. There's not many that have. I mean, there's 4-4 dudes, but... the most recent is Cooper. I think Cooper ran a 4-4, though. Or was it a 4-3? I know he's fast. I think he ran a 4-3 at his pro day. I don't know what he ran in the combine, but I know he's hit 4-3 before. Lad also ran a legit 4-3. Jim Harbaugh is the difference for the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is the difference for the Chargers. I mean, Kyle Shanahan's a better offensive coach than Jim Harbaugh. So I mean, if you're talking about from offensive developing or playmaking, I mean, Kyle Shanahan's just as good, if not better, than John Harbaugh. Developing offensive players? I mean, come on now. Wait, what? Let me ask you a question. How's Sam Darnold doing right now? Who reformed Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold bounced all over the league. Who made Sam Darnold all his money? Was it not Kyle Shanahan? How about Mac Jones? Remember how Mac Jones was a bust? Everybody thought Mac Jones sucks and nobody likes him. He's not very good. Yeah, look at what he's doing now with the Niners. You know? How about Brock Purdy? A 7th round draft pick, barely 6 foot. Look at how good Brock Purdy's playing. You know? Look at Deebo Samuels. Deebo Samuels is not doing anything for the Commanders right now. And he is not having the same all-pro season that he had with the Niners. How about Jordan Mason for the Vikings? He's not doing anything great either. He was good on the Niners.
For those who don't know, I don't actually like or care about Jimmy G. Lol.
You liar.
OJ used to rant about Jimmy G years ago.
No.
He would constantly cost 49ers to lose, or at least was part of the reason they lost. Lol. Anyway, get that calendar for your room. Lol.
No, it's for your room. Debo's been washed. Okay, what about Brandon Ayuk? What about all the years that Brandon Ayuk was doing? You think Ayuk is good in other places? Like I said, what about Jordan Mason? What about him? What about Kendrick Bourne? That did pretty good for the Niners, and then he got a big contract with the Patriots. Didn't do so hot there, then came back to the Niners and actually had a career day against the against the Rams. What about that? I'm naming a bunch of players, and you keep on making every excuse in the book. It's not just quarterbacks. It's not just quarterbacks. Ayuk is straight up good. Okay, right. So how did Kendrick Bourne have nearly 200 yards receiving? What was that all about? Was that not Shanahan's offense? Was that not Shanahan? So you're trying to tell me that Mac Jones, Kendrick Bourne, Sky Moore, and all of these guys that are catching balls for the Niners is not because Shanahan's offensive schemes. It's because whatever. All right, no problem. No, Mac Jones gets chemistry with Bourne, but Mac Jones is only good because of Kyle Shanahan. Because that chemistry wasn't doing much with the Patriots. It's not like Kendrick Bourne was putting up 200-yard receiving games and doing good with the Patriots. He didn't do that good. He didn't earn his money there. Okay? So Mac Jones is playing great because of Kyle Shanahan, which then elevates the receivers and everybody else around him. To sit there and say that Kyle Shanahan can only develop quarterbacks, that's insane. That's an absolute insane take. Insane take. Let's see here. Yeah, this guy doesn't watch the games. He clearly does not. I think this guy watches Sellout just watches ESPN and then goes off of that. But I'm a Niners fan and I know the team in and out. And I know Shanahan in and out. There's a lot of things, but to sit there and say Shanahan isn't an offensive guru, isn't a great offensive mind that develops all players and that finds ways to get all players involved, Deebo Samuels would not be an all-pro if it wasn't for Kyle Shanahan. You say he's washed, but even that all-pro season that he had was because of Kyle Shanahan. If he played for somebody else, he wouldn't have had an all-pro season. That was Kyle Shanahan's scheme that schemed Deebo to be what he was, to make him get his money that he got. That 20+ million that he got was because of Kyle Shanahan. Ain't nobody paying Deebo or would be able to use Deebo, even if he wasn't washed. Let's just say you get Deebo straight out of college. You're not going to get the scheme that got Deebo what he got, what Kyle Shanahan did. Stop the cap.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie trailer tomorrow. Any last-minute predictions on who, what we will see in it? Also, let's get the Mario Galaxy 2 theme, please. I'm thinking Yoshi, Rosalina, and Bowser Jr. make an appearance.
Maybe. Mario, let's see here. Mario Galaxy 2 theme. How do you know that? How do you know that, Sellout? How do you know? You're just making up stuff. Kyle Shanahan is a proven offensive mind that has done it at many different places with different players all over the place. He's developed players. He didn't just do the Niners. Before then, he was with Washington. He was with the Falcons. Kyle Shanahan was not just with the Niners. He's been with tons of teams, and their offenses have been elite or up the top at the elite everywhere that he's went. And now you're trying to tell me that it's not him. He's not that great of an offensive mind. Come on, man. Stop the cap. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And it's clear that you don't know what you're talking about. And that's okay. It's okay. It's clear. He's been great offensively everywhere that he's been the coordinator and he's went. Offensively, they've been one of the top offenses pretty much every single year that they have guys healthy. No matter where he's been, whether it's Washington, whether it's the Falcons, whether it's the Niners. Come on now. Stop it. Choking in the Super Bowl has nothing to do whether he can develop offensive players or not. You're shifting the goalposts because you're wrong. That's all you're doing, and you're stubborn, and you don't know football, and you feel embarrassed right now. You feel embarrassed because you have somebody that knows more than you, but you're stubborn. Choking in the Super Bowl has nothing to do with somebody can develop offensive players or not. Those are two different things. Nothing to do with it. You're shifting the goalposts because you're wrong, and it's okay. Oh my gosh. You're shifting the goalposts. Now, let's see here. OJ, why do you sound mad, though? I don't sound mad. I don't sound mad at all. I'm just simply talking. We're discussing what's going on, so nobody's mad. I'm not mad. I'm observant. People say that I sound mad when they're upset that what they're saying is getting, you know what I'm saying, getting disputed. And they say, oh, you sound mad. Nah, that's just me being observant and letting you guys know. I don't sound anything. I sound just fine. That's not my fault that you have a problem with my tone. I'm not cussing at you. I'm not sitting there and saying that you're a moron. I'm not cussing you out. So I sound just fine. Don't worry about my tone. Worry about what I'm saying. All right. Let's see here. Matt Ryan as MVP here with Shanahan. Well, but he choked in the Super Bowl, so he still can't develop anybody. Yeah, I'm not saying he's the best coach in the world or best coach ever. I'm not saying that he doesn't choke at times. What I'm saying is that as an offensive mind, let me tell you something right now. There is only 3 or 4 places where if Shanahan decided to get fired, he wouldn't replace the head coach. Like maybe Philadelphia, Andy Reid, Kansas City, and maybe McVay, maybe the Rams. There's not everybody else. If Shanahan was fired today, you'd have almost every other team dropping their head coach to hire Kyle Shanahan. Maybe not a few other places, but most teams would fire their head coach and hire Kyle Shanahan. Maybe the Lions, maybe not the Bears because of Ben Johnson, but most teams would just fire their head coach if Shanahan was available. Steelers probably wouldn't because they always just hold on to their coach. Like they don't fire their coaches based on anything. But most teams, the large majority of teams, would absolutely fire their coach and hire Kyle Shanahan if they could. So yeah. OJ hitting you with the don't got the answer sway. Dan Campbell, here's the funny thing. I totally think that the Lions would fire Dan Campbell. I totally think they would fire him and hire Kyle Shanahan or say, hey, Dan, play, you know what I'm saying? Be assistant. I totally think they'd fire him. Oh, man, I think that they would, man. I think that they actually would. Oh, man, I think they might, man. I think that they might. Nothing really stand out from the state of play, Fladius. Nah, nothing really stand out, bro. Nothing really stand out. But yeah, man. You know, I mean, Tomlin hasn't been coaching the chat, or hasn't been coaching that long, but I mean, he's been there for a hot minute. He's been there for nearly 20 years. Let's see here. He's not angry. He's passionate about. Yeah, I'm observant. I'm passionate about the actual subject topic. I like talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting to me. But every single tone, just because I'm not sitting here and being like, well, and talking like that doesn't mean I'm mad or angry. That's just how, to be honest, this is how, when I was growing up, black people, that's just how we talk. That's just how we are. It's not like we're angry. Like, you ever go to a barbershop? You ever go to you never been to like a sports bar or whatever, and you got people jawing back and forth? You don't take it personal. It's not, nobody's angry. Like, you ever been like played football? Like, if people jawing back and forth with people, it's like, I'm not angry. I'm not mad. Like, I've had people talk smack to me. I talk smack back to you. It's just part. Like, when you discuss football, when you're discussing games or whatever, if you get passionate about it, or if you like get animated about it, it doesn't mean that you're angry. It doesn't mean that you're mad. It just means that you're passionate, you're observant about the topic, and you want to discuss it, and you want to actually show that the person that you're talking to, this is what you learn in communication, you actually want to show that the person that you're talking to that it's an important topic, or that it's fun, or that you're paying attention to what they're saying, or that you're observant on it. The people that say you're mad are the people that are trying to gaslight you just a little bit. Like I said, not every time, but a lot of times they're just trying to gaslight you because they think that, oh, well, I don't like what he's saying, so let me try to attack this point to try to diminish what he said. Once again, not every time, but sometimes. A lot of times that's what people will do. So usually what you say after that is, no, I'm not upset. I'm interested in the topic, and I'm observant of what's going on and I'm knowledgeable about what's going on. Not that I'm mad about anything. It's not nothing to be mad about. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't nothing to be mad about. It's just talking football, right? Nothing to be mad about, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, compared to what you see, oh my God, I've seen people get in each other's face. Oh my God, I'll tell you right now, you can't tell me Deion Sanders is gonna kill the Niners. Oh my goodness, man. I have seen like barbershop talk in the mid-90s. Let me tell you something right now. You go to the barbershop during the 49ers and Cowboys rivalry, forget about it, man. That was passionate. That was, oh my God, a Niners fan and a Cowboys fan in the 90s was like fighting like cats and dogs, dude. That was crazy. You go to a black barbershop in the 90s between a Cowboys and a Niners fan, oh my goodness. I used to just sit down but wait to get my hair cut and just be listening to the OGs, the old heads, you know, the guys that roll around playing the loonies all day. I got 5 on it. The brothers that always smell like weed, even though it was illegal back then. Those guys, oh my God, the OGs. The ones that got boom boxes, those brothers would be, oh my God, those would be some of the best. Oh, if they're talking about rap, NWA versus, you know, whoever else, the other different rappers that are, you know, versus Bone Thugs and Harmony, who was better? Oh my gosh, bro. I see somebody almost get shot over that. Like, who's better between Eazy-E and Ice Cube and all that? People, brothers be getting shot over that type of stuff. Oh man, it was great. It's been great though. Let's see, Rams smacking Seahawks, Panthers, and Lions. Oh man, Darius Hines with the big talk. Panthers, yes. Smacking the Lions and Seahawks, we'll see. I'd be very impressed if they can smack those teams around. But yeah, they should be good games. Let's see, OJ's very tame. Oh my gosh, man. I used to hear the guys that, every time you hear him, the guys that, I'm telling you, man, the brothers that listen to the Loonies back then, you always hear that song. Dum da dum dum. You got the Taylor on my earlobes. Every single time. You already knew they were coming around. You can smell them, and then you can also hear their freaking music, their damn Loonies. It's like they always have that cassette tape. Rewind it. Because there was no CDs back then, so you got to go with the cassette tape, you know? Barbershops with the NBA, football, and rap talks were funny even when I was growing up. Oh, I know. I mean, they're still like that today. If you go to some of the more hardcore barbershops, you know, for sure. Like, definitely. You go to some of the hardcore black barbershops, oh, yeah, you can still get that today. But it's not as bad as what it was, man. It's not as bad. I seen somebody freaking go like you about to pull up a... I was like, you know, I'm younger at that point, but in the early 90s, bro, I used to go to a barbershop, man. They'd be like, bro, they be getting crazy on, like I said, Niners versus Cowboys. I didn't even dare go during like a game where the Niners were playing the Cowboys. Oh my God, bro, don't go there. So yeah, man. See you at the crossroads, cause you don't belong there. See you at... I got 5 on it. Well, some people would never be able to have a conversation at my house. We are allowed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. For real, Glory, for real. Shout outs to the Rams, though, man. I gotta give him credit, bruh. Let's see here. Jose, you got too much bass in your voice that scares the white people. I'm telling you, man. The white people I grew up around, though, they were kind of like us, though, man. Like, you grew up up around enough rowdy white guys that play football. They ain't too different. They're not too different. We're more similar than you would think at times, man. We're more similar than you would think. Oh, man. Mostly you always had, like, the white guy that used to go to the barbershop that refused to go to, like, Supercuts. You'd always see the white guy that would show up to the barbershop and not go, like, you're like, oh, like, and there'd always be one brother that makes the joke. Shouldn't you be at Supercuts, man? What you doing here? Everybody laughs, ah, ha, 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 ha. And the same white guy's like, oh, real funny. Same white guy's like, real funny. The Supercuts joke is always like, shouldn't you be at, like, somebody got to say it, you know, back then. I don't think it happens now in today's day. But back then it was always somebody got to say the Supercuts joke whenever the white guy shows up, you know? Oh, man. Let's see, I never realized that you were older. Thought you were around in the 90s. Well, you thought I was born in the 90s? No. Dum ba dum dum. Oh my gosh. Let's see, come on. It was about the Wu-Tang and Nas around that time. What? It was about, I mean, it was about all of them. Wu-Tang, you had Nas, you had Naughty by Nature, you had NWA, you had all sorts of guys, man. Like I said, but there would be, like I said, it depends on where you were, though. Remember, it was split between East Coast and West Coast rap, so it was depending on where you were, and even depending in California, like where you live. Like, obviously, if you're in Southern California, you're repping NWA. You know, you're repping more of that. If you're Northern California, oh, of course, you're going with, you know, you're going with more of, you're going with more of the other guys. You know, you're going more with the people that were, you know, Snoop Dogg, all right? You're more of a Snoop Dogg guy because, you know, he's, well, no, Snoop Dogg's more in Southern California, but still, like, it would even depend on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, depending on, like where you were in California. You know, like, Nas, like, East Coast guy, right? So, like, people here in the West Coast at that time, they weren't repping Nas. You know, they weren't repping, and I think Bone Thugs and Harmony, I think they're from Cleveland or Ohio or something like that. So, I mean, people like them here, but you don't dare say that Bone Thugs and Harmony is better than, like, NWA. Like, nah, you don't, or better than, like, Ice Cube or Dr. Dre. Like, you don't say that over here in the early 90s or in the 90s. Like, if you say that, or like Tupac, you better not say any of those guys are better than Tupac in the barbershop, or you're gonna be in trouble. There's gonna be an argument right there, because I've heard it before. Like, oh yeah, Nas. It's like, oh no, nah. Tupac's the GOAT, obviously. Dr. Dre, NWA, Snoop Dogg, you know, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, all those guys. You got, you know, absolutely. But like, yeah, you can't say Bone Thugs and Harmony is better than any of the guys here, you know. Yeah, E40, that's up north. Yeah, that's E40, you know. Too Short. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man. Let's see, that era was special, OJ, the best era in hip-hop. I mean, I'll say this about that era of hip-hop. It was interesting. It was fun, though. It's definitely some good music and good times. Interesting times for sure. I like Loonies, so I mean, I'm a big fan of the. I'm a big fan. I like them. I like their other music too. But I was never like. I like NWA. I liked Ice Cube. I liked Dr. Dre. I liked all those guys. I liked Tupac. But honestly, like for me growing up back then, like I like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like I'll say it now because I'm safe. But I'm safe now. But back then, I like Bone Thugs and Harmony more. I didn't admit it back then, but now I'm safe. Yeah, I like Bone Thugs and Harmony more than everybody else. I like Bone Thugs and Harmony like just more than like a lot of the like, you know, NWA and a lot of the West Coast guys. Oh, man. Bone for life. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, I wouldn't dare admit it back then. No, I wouldn't admit it back then. But, yeah, now I'm safe, so I'll say it. Yeah, I like Bone Thugs and Harmony more. Oh, man. It's the first time that I ever admitted that on screen, on camera. I think we're 2025. All right, I'm safe. It's been what? 25. It's been 30 plus years. 35, 40 years. I think I'm safe now. I'll say it. I'll go ahead and admit it. Oh, man. Okay, guys, but we're going to wrap it up here. We have taken all of our time. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys for your love. Shout out to we almost got the super overclock here, but it was a little bit of a different stream, so that's okay. Platinum streak, it will continue some other point. So shout outs to everybody. 6 combos away, but we were close. I want to direct you guys to my my videos that I've done. I did a big video about Sony in Japan, about the situation that they have going on there. They're kind of scared of the PlayStation, or scared of Nintendo Switch 2. And I think that today's today's event kind of showed what I was talking about, because they specifically were just re-announcing games that have already been announced, just to try to talk to the Japanese market and then lower the price and show the PS Portal. You know, that was the one more big thing, was like, hey, we got a price drop for you guys. So I think that they want to have competition, and this is the reason why competition is good. You want competition. Japanese gamers are getting a better deal somewhat with PlayStation 5 in Japan now that the Switch 2 has came out, and that it's getting games that would usually come to PlayStation 5. This is why competition is important. This is why Switch 2 needs to do good, because we need Sony to treat Nintendo seriously and vice versa, so we get the best from both companies. Without true competition, you can run amok, okay? So that's why it's important for Switch 2 to do good in the US and in Europe and in Japan, so we can have true competition that gets these developers and publishers to give us with their best. Hit me with your best shot. Like we need that, okay? Yo, Clabby with the $10. Yo, we got there. Let's go. Limit break, boys. Hey, yo, appreciate that. Let's go, Clabby. Okay, well, looks like my okay, never mind. It's not frozen. Okay, here we go. Clabby. The Donkey Kong for Clabby. Hey, thank you for the 10, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. We gotta end it on this song. And we got the freaking limit break. Let's go. All right, guys. Love y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you, Clappy, for the big 10. Gotta finish it on this great song. All right, guys. Love y'all. Check out my most recent video. It is here. It is right here. Shout outs. Thank you guys so much. Yes, I made that myself with my own gameplay. I did. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. Limit breaks. Bonus streams, like always. Appreciate that, guys. Love y'all so much. And we will see you for tomorrow. What is tomorrow? What is tomorrow? I don't know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah. I might stream, I might not stream, just depending on how much work I have. So we'll see. Shout outs, guys. Love y'all so much. Check out my vids. Watch my vids. My vids are good. Please, pretty please. All right, guys. See you later. See you for the next time. Maybe we'll stream tomorrow.